like that. Woo!
Nation turns its lonely eyes to you with the news you broke yesterday that Kyrie Irving has requested, demanded, whatever word we use here, a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. What is the very latest?
Greeny, so since Irving's trade demand yesterday, the Lakers, the Mavericks, the Suns have been engaged with the Brooklyn Nets, but another team has emerged today, and that's Los Angeles Clippers. And they've joined the pursuit of a Kyrie Irving deal. They've been in the market for a point guard. And so now you've got those four and others. I think Brooklyn, you talk to teams who talked with the Nets, and they are very much operating like a team that wants to make a trade, that is going to make a trade for Kyrie Irving ahead of Thursday's deadline. And their goal remains, I'm told, to try to get back assets, players, and if it's finding third teams, fourth teams, using draft picks from teams to go out and be able to get players to go with Kevin Durant, to try to keep this team in contention. This is a difficult threshold for them right now because Ben Simmons has not played well this season. You're trying to get value for Kyrie Irving. And again, so this is a Brooklyn team, and I think the Lakers, you've got to keep looking at LA. There's a lot of built-in factors there. LeBron James very much wants him there. The Lakers have the assets to get this done if they want, but certainly there are more than just the Lakers involved, including now the Clippers, who have joined in this pursuit today.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B Jizzle.
Hey, y'all, and y'all already know who it is. It's your co-host that does it the most, at Rick Masters 23 or Mr. Lee on Instagram. But Rick Masters, y'all know the deal. The Pull-Up Basketball Podcast shirts, the red, the black, the white, as you can see back there. We got hoodie sweaters, $30, $35. Cash App, $ BJ Matthews. PayPal at Broderick Masters, man. Y'all already know what it is. Hit us up if you want some merchandise affiliated with YouTube. Leave a tag if you like what you're hearing. We always appreciate y'all's feedback and appreciate the love. But B Jizzle, let's get into it.
My man said go to our Cash App, you know what I'm saying? $ BJ Matthews, our PayPal at Broderick Masters. Y'all see that right in the ticker. Y'all can go ahead and send y'all love to the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. We definitely appreciate y'all. Gotta remember, we put a lot of time into this, man, and we do it for y'all, the fans. So continue to show y'all love. Also, the merchandise is $30 for the shirts, $35 for the sweaters, red, black, and white, all sizes, men and female. If you would like a shirt, go and hit us up in the comment section or in the chat. Send your email, and we will get one off to you. And also, you can send the money through the Cash App. But appreciate y'all coming through. Top of the people, yes, Mr. Robbie Bean. Appreciate you coming through. My man Mike, what's up, man? Make sure y'all hit that like and chat button when y'all enter in here, man. But we got a bombshell for y'all today, man. I did not believe it when it was reported. I don't know who one of the subscribers told me the other day while I was live, actually. We got some more breaking news. The trade deadline, as if it not gotten crazy enough. We have another bombshell for y'all right now. Kyrie Irving has requested a trade out of Brooklyn. Okay? Kyrie Irving has requested a trade out of Brooklyn. This was done just on Friday, according to reporter Chris Haynes. When I initially heard it, I did not believe it, like I said, but then I started, looking into the alerts and reading some of the stories and videos, and I was like, all right, it's a real thing. And it's actually deeper than a lot of us actually take it as to be. So, Rick, let's see your opening thoughts. When you heard about the Kyrie Irving trade deadline, what was your initial reaction?
So, Mike, Robbie, and Sturdy, salute, y'all. Initial reaction before, of course, like you just said, B Jizzle, articles you sent me, articles I've seen. Initial reaction before all of that, was what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? That was the initial reaction, because I say that because we all know who's been watching the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets have been doing very well. Obviously, KD went down a few weeks ago, but even still, it's like that the coach is going right. The team chemistry is going right. You know, they number 2, they number 3. I mean, they playing ball, man. They are hooping. Everything is just seeming so picture perfect. So when this news comes out of left field like it did, Kyrie wants a trade. I said, Lord, is this another antic? Is this did something happen? Of course, obviously something happened, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the show. But initial thoughts was, Kyrie, what's going on? Please let it be something big. And it is something big. But I'm going to let you get back to it. That was my initial reaction, B Jizzle.
So I definitely agree. Salute to my man H30. We appreciate y'all coming in, man. We're gonna take our time with this and we're gonna let people in about probably 30 minutes. But y'all sit back and enjoy the show. You're right, bro. When I first heard the initial reaction, I was like, what in the world is going on? What now? I didn't believe it. I was like kind of stunned. But as I got more information, I was like, okay, now I see what's going on. Now, Kyrie Irving has not came out publicly and said anything. As a matter of fact, he was at the game against the Washington Wizards yesterday. They won by 2 points. And Kyrie Irving was in attendance, but he was not very welcome by the fan base. He was booed up when he was on the Jumbotron. So, obviously, the Brooklyn Nets fans are a little bit not at ease with this decision that Kyrie Irving has made, just request a trade. And you're right. For the last, I don't know how many, 25, 30 games, the Brooklyn Nets have been rolling. Since Kevin Durant been hurt, they're in the 4th spot right now, holding it down. Kyrie Irving is averaging more than 30 points a game, having a great season. I think he's an all-star starter for the Eastern Conference, so things are going well. They got a new coach, Jack Vaughn, who seems very like a player's coach. I saw him speak yesterday in the aftermath of the game about the Kyrie Irving situation. He was actually very, very supportive. And I think you just know certain coaches, bro, like you just can tell they're for the players. Jack Vaughn comes off to me as a person that's very simple. He gets straight to the point, and he's very honest with his team, and that's why I think they're having so much success. And he's able to connect with them in ways that Steve Nash was just not able to do that. But nonetheless, Clip Case, what's good with y'all, man? What's up? Good morning, y'all. How you doing? I see y'all trying to get Kyrie. You're going to get into all that, brother. Later, Farless. I'm going to give it back to Rick in a minute. But, yeah, it's much deeper than what people think it is, and when I started seeing why Kyrie Irving got traded, I kind of initially understood what the problem is, and I kind of understand where he's coming from. So I read this report. You guys can look it up on CBS NBA. I'm going to read a short little skit, and I'm going to give it right back to my man Rick. It said Kyrie Irving would not even accept a max contract from the Nets at this point. Per report, Kyrie Irving issued the Brooklyn Nets a trade demand on Friday, according to Chris Haynes, reporting that his beefs with the team, at least his most recent one, stems from a championship stipulation. Right, Brooklyn included in the contract extension if it recently offered Irving. Let me go to the next part. Let me see. Sorry, y'all. All right, yeah. Haynes did not elaborate on the exact language of this championship stipulation, but it could be tied to the final year of the deal not being guaranteed unless perhaps the Nets were to win a title between now and then. Either way, Haynes continued to report that Irving was so insulted by his, shall we say, conditional offering that he now wouldn't even sign with the Nets if they offered the full unconditional max deal for which he is eligible to sign with them. All right. So, in a nutshell, I'm kind of break it down for y'all, and I'm going to give it back to my boy Rick. The Brooklyn Nets have sat down, and they have discussed the max contract with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's been balling out. Like I said, they have the Brooklyn Nets in the 4th seed this season. Going into this season, it was a play year for Kyrie Irving, meaning that he had to play his way into a max deal. And if he played well, he have a better chance of getting this max 4-year deal that he wanted with Brooklyn Nets. Because right now, what they're doing is they're doing the 1-by-1. So each year, they're giving him a piece of a max deal, but they're not guaranteeing anything. Kyrie Irving wants his full money. So right now, he's not getting it. So the way to actually break that through sports is by winning and playing well, performance-based type of deal. So they sat down, obviously, recently, Kyrie Irving, Joe Tsai, and I think his name is Sean Marks, the GM for the Brooklyn Nets. They sat down recently, and probably some other people, big wigs in the Nets organization. They say, hey, look, we can give you the max deal, but here's the stipulation on our side to protect ourselves. you have to deliver us an NBA championship. That's what the stipulation entails. Chris Haynes didn't want to, elaborate, but I've been around this game for so long, been into the, basketball business side of it, playing and stuff. I can tell when somebody's trying to push their weight around. And Kyrie Irving caught on to the bait of what the Brooklyn Nets were trying to do, try to blackball him and actually force him to sign a contract that he's not guaranteed he can uphold, because there's no way you can decide to win a championship. Like, it's hard enough to win a championship as is and when healthy. What happens with Kevin Durant being out right now, or something happens? What happens if he doesn't win a championship? Right? But that was a stipulation. For him to get his max deal, you have to win a championship. So, Rick, I'm going to give it back to you. Since we know that, what is your thoughts about that? Anything else you want to add on very quickly?
Yes. So basically, and what's up, Clips K74, salute. See y'all trying to get Kyrie, land of the Heartless 216. I'm about to get into it. And what does Kyrie really want, Mr. Andre? I'm going to tell you what he wants. He basically saying that is blasphemous. Nobody can predict, except Jordan probably. Nobody can predict winning a championship, right? Nobody can just be like, I'm going to win a championship this year. That should be the mindset for any team. But we know that you're just not going to wake up and be like, we winning this championship, because it's a dog-eat-dog world and everybody's competitive. And even though that the Brooklyn Nets are number 6 overall in the league, we do know when KD was there and everything was going good and healthy, there was some big boss dogs at the time, and they still doing pretty decent. So I'm going to jump right into it. So more so at land of the Heartless. So here's the thing. I'm not going to get at Kyrie, but I am going to be fair to both sides. And I am going to look at it at an overall and contextualize here, just as in context, like I always do. Understand the NBA is always a business. So we already understand that. Number 2, when it comes to Kyrie, I'm not mad at the brother for the way he feel, because what you're basically telling me just by reading that article from Chris Haynes, and I appreciate you, Chris Haynes, for putting that out there, because I just learned that not too long ago. Like I said, the initial reaction was, what the hell, Kyrie? After going through some stuff, reading that article, I said, Kyrie, I understand. So here's the thing. Here's my take. On the business side, on the net side of it, we bring you in. We want you for 4 years. We spend all this money for you and KD. Why? Because we won a championship. Point blank, every team wants to win a championship. So we bring you and KD in. We try to get some pieces for y'all to go for a championship. Matter of fact, me and BJ will always be accountable and always say we were the main ones screaming Brooklyn Monstars, right? We were just as excited. So we will always go back and just repeat what we said in the past. We don't try to run and backstep. We thought that this team was going to be legit, right? But within that, people got hurt. Kyrie, had his own things on and off the court, right? We're not going to go back over that, but y'all know what we're talking about since he's been there, hasn't played some games, the whole 9 yards. So on the Brooklyn Nets side of it, I can see why you're getting tired. It's almost like being in a relationship with somebody. Both people's needs and wants are not being met. You're starting to get down to the wire. Look, either you're going to go this way or you're going to go that way, and this relationship is over. So ultimately, I can understand why the Brooklyn Nets are coming at Kyrie like that. Because it's like, look, we put up with a lot of your stuff, and we want a championship out of you. This is why we spent the money for you and KD. This is why we get the pieces around you. We want a championship. And so they're just making it plain. They're basically saying either you do this or you can go and get up out of here. Now, let's jump to Kyrie. I'm not mad at the brother. He's a superstar. He can pretty much start on any team. Matter of fact, he's been showing this season that, he's still up there in the top echelon. So he definitely is worth his money, right? He definitely is worth every penny. And so I can't be mad at the brother for reading that, because you can't promise a championship. Like I said, outside the name of Jordan, you can't promise no championship. And so, of course, when you read that, it almost feels like an insult, right? But at the same time, I can understand the Brooklyn Nets side. But at the same time, Kyrie, I understand you too. And the problem with this is Kyrie's like, okay, so since we at that point now, it's like, I'm not finna risk, because it's all about leverage. This is business. It's all about leveraging. I'm not finna risk me getting hurt or me, tiring myself out, when in an actual situation, most superstars can sign their extensions, especially at the period he's at in his contract, knowing good and well that he'll be pretty much protected and make his money. But with that stipulation put in there now is basically saying we're not going to pay you unless you win. So with that being known, Kyrie's thinking like a business person. Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to protect my investment, right? I'm going to make sure I'm ready for any other team that's willing to pay me my value as an asset. So I'm not mad at him for that. Since they're playing hardball, he's playing hardball. So I get that. And then on top of that, let's look at the teams. Clippers, Lakers, the Phoenix Suns, Dallas Mavericks, right? Those are like the big four. Now let's think about this real quick. The West is those, and then the Memphis Grizzlies too, if you really like them. When you think about these teams, that Kyrie can literally off balance, right? If he goes to one of those teams, like he could potentially make one of those four teams a very strong contender. Right now, my personal opinion, just for fun's sake, I would love to see a Laker uniform. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I would love to see it. Just because, honestly, I think it'd just be fun to watch. Because Kyrie we already know he played with LeBron. They won a championship together, so we know that chemistry would be pretty decent. It'd be fun to watch. It's like fun basketball. But then Phoenix Suns would be nice. But I'm gonna tell you what it really comes down to. It comes down to who's gonna pay him his value. And Kyrie is smart to protect his investment, just knowing that the Brooklyn Nets are pretty much playing hardball with him now because they want what they've been wanting for the last 4 years, a championship. That's why they spent all this money. So Kyrie's basically saying, I can't really guarantee that. I can see you guys want me up out of here. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and protect all this. I'm going to save my energy. I'm going to go somewhere where I'm going to be valued, and I'm going to go contend with them. So I'm going to say that in a summarized nutshell, that I understand both sides. I think Kyrie's being very smart with his movement. And I also think that the Brooklyn Nets are being smart, and they're just tired. So with all that being said, man, I hope the brother gets what he wants. He gets what he needs. And I can definitely see why the Brooklyn Nets are somewhat tired because they paid all that money to win a championship. But hey, he felt insulted. He's going to protect his investment. Ain't mad at the brother. What you think, B Jizzle?
Yeah, man. Great sentiments, bro, as usual. This is all about just leverage. It's all about getting back at somebody. Like the get back game. Like you said, the relationship is very, 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 very necessary, like for what you just compared to. It's almost like when you have a person do something bad to you initially early in the relationship and you try to get back at them. You keep playing this game back and forth until somebody just basically, I'm good. I'm just going to go ahead and just end this relationship as it is. Whether it's the man or the female, say like, hey man, you can have it, or hey girl, you can have it. We're not going to continuously go on for like years and years. Like then it becomes little stuff. Well, hey, you didn't wash the dishes, or you didn't take the trash out at a certain time, or you left something on the kitchen sink. You know what I'm saying? So it's always something that you'll get to a point where it's just a blow up. So that's where we're at right now. Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets are exhausted with each other. Let's go back just a few months ago in the summertime, how I know this is something that the Brooklyn Nets are trying to get back at him. Remember the whole stipulation things that he had to go to sensitivity training for that, post he put on Instagram for a link he shared? A link he shared. He didn't create the movie. He didn't create the quote. He shared it on his Instagram. And the Brooklyn Nets penalized him for it, made him apologize, said he had to go to sensitivity training, had to go donate a certain amount of money to the Jewish community, had to denounce anti-Semitism. Y'all don't know what anti-Semitism means, basically towards hatred towards the Jewish community, which that's what they tried to make Kyrie denounce what he is. Now, of course, he came out and said, I'm not anti-Semitic. Hey, you got it all wrong. I shared a link, but I don't have hate towards no one. But they kept pushing the issue. They docked his pay. They suspended him for a certain amount of games. This is earlier this season. So they've already been through a lot with this guy. But this stems back to the James Harden situation. This stands back with the whole vaccine situation where Kyrie Irving didn't want to get the jab and he sat out for games, and to the point where the Brooklyn Nets forced their hand and allowed the man to play away games. So they've done a lot of stuff for Kyrie Irving. A lot of teams would not do it, and they're trying to get their weight back. They're trying to get their lick back, if you guys per se. They're trying to get their lick back. Now, if you look at a couple things, man, let's look at some things about some of these teams, because Ace 30 put something out. He said the Clippers and the Lakers cannot get Kyrie Irving. Well, let's start with, first of all, the 4 teams that are involved. At the Los Angeles Clippers, my Los Angeles Clippers, they have made a strong offer already for Kyrie Irving. Now, we're going to get into that in a minute, but that's one team that's in the mix, according to Adrian Wojnarowski in the video I showed earlier. The LA Lakers are another team. Now, here's the thing. The Lakers have been talking about Kyrie Irving the last year or so since LeBron's been there. It seems like every time the Lakers seem to miss the playoffs, or have an off season, or having a bad season, Kyrie Irving's name comes up with LeBron James, right? We're going to talk about if that's actually a possibility to bring him there. And then the 2 other teams, the Phoenix Suns, right? Kyrie Irving and Devin Booker. See how that trade scenario will go. And then the Dallas Mavericks. Okay. All Western Conference teams, all playoff potential contenders. If Kyrie Irving goes to any of these teams, like you said, he will move the needle. There's no doubt about it. This is a 50, 40, 90 guy. He can give you 25 to 30 points per game. Probably give you 20 to 25 points on one of these teams right here. So this guy moves the needle. It is what it is. He's obviously a top 15 player in the league, probably like a top 10 right now. He's an all-star starter, so everything's there for the value. So let's start with the first team, the Clippers. They have made an offer already to get Kyrie Irving. Now, what that offer is, no one really knows. But according to Athletic, let me move this out the way for y'all can see. According to the Athletic law, the Clippers have made a strong offer for Irving, right? And Coach Ty Lue, who won a championship with Irving in Cleveland, is open to coaching him again. According to Wojnarowski, the Nets are proceeded as though they are determined to find a deal for having ahead of the deadline. What exactly continues to a strong offer for the Clippers is not clear because of their obligation to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Y'all remember Paul George came from the Clippers from the Thunder, and they traded away a lot of picks to get Paul George. So that's why they're tied to Oklahoma City Thunder right now. As part of the Paul George trade, they can trade only a single first-round pick in either 2028 and 2029. Though they can include swap rights on the other year as well as 2027, their only young player who has proven much is Terrence Mann, who has become a vital part of the team's rotation. Okay, let me stop right there. Let me look through some of these comments right now. BJ guys say my entire comment. Bro, the comments in the chat box. Everybody can see it. We're gonna get to you. I'm gonna let you in 32 a little later. I know you wanted to say some stuff too, so I'm gonna let you in later. So the important question is Kyrie Irving a quitter just like James Harden? We're gonna get into that right now. But according to the Clippers right now, they have made an offer for Kyrie Irving. Now, we all know the Clippers have been having point guard troubles, and you guys have been hearing me echo point to the simple fact that we need a point guard. If you're not gonna play John Wall, who I believe could be the point guard of this team, you got to find somebody. Now, here's the ironic thing. Kyrie Irving is not a legit real point guard. He's an offensive weapon who can dribble and score, but he's not a guy who sets players up. It's a difference from being a playmaker and a point guard. And Kyrie Irving is just a real playmaker, gifted, skilled, all that stuff. But he doesn't really set up these guys to score. Now, here's my thing with the Clippers. I don't really think we need Kyrie Irving to win. Because if you bring Kyrie Irving with Kawhi, PG, and say Norman Powell, those are 3 guys who can easily get you 20 points. So somebody's going to have to sacrifice their points, right? So I don't feel like we potentially need Kyrie Irving right now. The only thing I can say that we would need him for is for, last-second shots and down-the-stretch games, which I still feel strongly in Kawhi to do that. But it would be nice to have him. I'm not going to say, okay, we ain't going to need him. But the Clippers have already made an offer for Kyrie Irving. My guess is they're going to trade Luke Kennard, Terrence Mann, John Wall, which in my opinion would be dumb because if you trade all that, you still don't have a legit point guard, and probably a pick, right? So they got about 4 assets they want to trade for Kyrie Irving, but I don't know the exact stipulations of what they've done. So they made a strong offer for Kyrie. At this point, they're the only team that's made an offer. The Lakers, the Suns, and Mavs have not made a legit offer. The trade deadline is on Thursday, so they're still waiting around. So the Clippers and then the Lakers, LeBron James came out after the game against the Pelicans the other day and said basically he would love Kyrie Irving back on the play with him, but they have not made any offer. It's just basically pie in the sky. Me personally, I don't feel like it's a good trade for Brooklyn to bring Kyrie Irving to the Lakers because what essentially you'd be getting is, yes, Russell Westbrook and Kyrie Irving's contracts are very close as far as money. It'll be a way to get Westbrook off your books and Kyrie Irving off your books. But at the same time, Do you really want Russell Westbrook and KD together playing if you're Brooklyn? I'm going to ask Rick that. Do you really want that? Do you really want Westbrook and KD together playing?
Yeah. I mean, look, if they were, if they're cool, like if they made amends from when they were OKC, like, going to KD, going over to the Warriors, like if they're actually cool, because people can make amends over time. If they really had a real conversation and all that, and they talked about things, I personally wouldn't have a problem with it because I know people get past stuff. But if they still got this stint between one another, I would say no, because now you're just bringing old problems into a new situation. And that's pretty much, it's no fun to watch. It wasn't fun to watch back then. So it's almost like you're just reliving the same thing in a different jersey. And I don't feel like watching that. To me, that's like high school. I don't got time for that. I want to see people compete. So like I said, if they made amends on the backside, like stuff we don't see, then I'm perfectly fine with it. But if they, they still kind of feel some kind of way, I don't want to see that. And I want to see some competition. I want to see people play ball, take the high school stuff over here. That's the NBA. But I will say this, Sturdy, just referring back to, Jordan definitely can't promise you anything. But man, I you know what? I bet my money on that, them 90s Bulls before anything else. That's all I'm saying. If I said, but you're right. I agree with you. Nobody can promise anything. But I made that comment just to have context here. I made that reference and comment because we know that the 90s Bulls was a set team. And if Jordan was playing with those 90 Bulls, you had a very high chance of winning a championship. And so the reason why I say that is because we know that KD and Kyrie and the rest of the team and that coaching, the whole system itself is looking so good. They're looking like the monstars that me and BJ were saying the first year about Tom in the sense. So that's why I made that comment. Like, that, hey, they were doing really, really, really good until KD went down. And of course, now this is going on. So I was just kind of being a little playful, but all in all, don't have an issue with KD and Westbrook if they, sealed the deal and they're cool. But if not, get it out of here. And just moving forward, I also feel that and Mr. David Gary, thank you for the $7 salute. He sent us PayPal, so salute David Gary. But I want to say that at the end of the day, I don't think that Kyrie, because I think it was Andre that said it. I don't think that Kyrie is necessarily just quitting, like just I give up. He's been balling this season. I feel like he's really been giving everything he got, especially when I saw the game against, was it the 76ers? I knew he was almost looking like Kobe a little bit. Like I think he was just going off. Like he's really been balling. And the reason why I say I wouldn't look at it as he's just quitting because of the certain situation. We understand that, like I said, on both sides, we understand that he's been giving the Nets problems and they want a certain something out of him since the beginning of time, since his first year there. And he's been, not for his own reasons, not getting on him for his own reasons, right? I don't have nothing against Kyrie. I love Kyrie Irving. As a brother, I would hang with him. So have nothing against him, but I understand the Brooklyn Nets as well. So it's like they've been wanting a championship from you and KD since day one. Okay, you haven't always been in attendance for us when we really needed you for whatever reason. Like I said, we don't have to replay everything for whatever reason. And then now it's like they're just tired. So it's a toxic relationship now. And so now Kyrie is like, oh, so y'all playing hardball. Because even though he's been doing good, we can't forget about what happened in the past. It's a relationship. So now they're playing hardball. They're basically saying we sick of your stuff. And so Kyrie like, okay, well, since it's like that, I'm not finna risk injuring myself or depleting my value when I know I can go elsewhere and be a contender elsewhere. So that's why I said I'm not mad at that either. So I don't think that is more so of him quitting. It's more so of the position that he's in right now. Now, does he need to take some accountability for that position he's in? Of course, just like a relationship. When you break up with somebody, it ain't always that rarely, sometimes it is that person's fault. But in this situation, he has to take a little accountability here. There's a reason why they're on his head like that. But looking at how they're trying to set up his contract to get this extension, I think that's kind of foul. That's not cool. So I can't blame the man for being like, yo, hell no. because y'all know good and doggone well that I can't promise you no championship, and I see what y'all doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and use leverage in this business because that's what business is about. I'm gonna use my superstardom. I'm gonna use my season records of this season because it's all about what are you doing for me lately type of league, and he's doing hella good. So I'm gonna use all that as a leverage package and try to find something with another team that's gonna value me and pay me what I'm worth. So I wouldn't necessarily even say that, you know, he's just quitting. He just don't care because he been balling like he cares. He been balling. So he definitely been there. He's been attending. But in this situation, at the end of the day, I get both sides. But back to you, B Jizzle. Salute, D Gary. Salute.
DJ for the PayPal $7. Appreciate you, my man. Shab 9,000. Also hit that like button. You got 40 people in here, man. Y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Share and subscribe to people, you know, listening to the show as well as constantly, you know, continue to show love to the podcast. Cash App is $BJ Matthews, PayPal at Project Masters, riding the ticker. Let's keep going. So, like I said, bro, the Nets, basically, I'm with you. I don't want to see Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant playing together. It's not that they don't like each other. It's the fact that what are you doing it for? Are you looking to win a championship, or what are you doing for? Kevin Durant's looking to win. And here's another situation that I don't know people are looking at. If you trade away, because obviously they're trying to get Kyrie Irving to fold and get him to just go away. That's why they put that stipulation in. They've been tired of Kyrie Irving for since the COVID vax, since the jab. So they're trying to push him to the limit where they know his pride will get in the way, and he'll be able to, you know, be released from the team. Here's the catcher though. Kevin Durant is attached to Kyrie Irving. He came to the Nets with Kyrie Irving. That's his best friend. That's his boy. That's like me and you. If you basically exalt him, Kevin Durant is going to turn around and be like, I don't want to be here either. He don't want to basically be there if his boy is not there and they don't have a chance to really win. And I don't know if the Brooklyn Nets are not thinking about, or they don't even care. They just want to, you know, blow it up. If they want to blow it up, fine. But they can't expect Kevin Durant to still be there if Kyrie Irving is no longer there. And especially with him saying, like, you know, always defending Kyrie Irving, that's who he's going to roll with. So if the Brooklyn Nets are okay with that, hey, by all means, do what you got to do. But the Lakers, to me, Westbrook, Lonnie Walker, and then those 2 picks for 27 and 29 are not enough to get Kyrie Irving. It's not an attractive offer. I wouldn't take it if I'm Brooklyn for simple reasons. Westbrook and Durant are not going to lead you to no championship, as well as the 27-29 pick does not help Kevin Durant right now. Kevin Durant wants to win right now. He's 33 years old right now. He's trying to win a championship right now. So that brings me to the last 2 teams, the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns. So the Phoenix Suns, Ivan Martinez came in here with a comment. I don't know if he's a new subscriber or what, but he made a comment I'm going to go right back to. So he said he's a Brooklyn Nets fan, and he would like to get Chris Paul and Aiden for Kyrie. That's not a bad trade right there. This probably, to me, is not a bad – this is one of the trades I can see working out for both teams as far as a basketball standpoint. Because here's the deal. The Brooklyn Nets need a big man. They don't need any more guards. They need a big man. They need somebody that can protect the paint. They got Nick Claxton in there. They got T.J. Warren. They got Markieff Morris. They got all those players, but they don't have a legit big man. DeAndre Ayton is disgruntled in Phoenix right now. He wants to get out of there. So to get him out of there, trade up one disgruntled star for another, right? So you get DeAndre Ayton out of there, and then in return, you get Chris Paul to go to Brooklyn to fill Kyrie Irving's position. Now, here's the catcher, though. Chris Paul's a little bit older than what he was. If this was Chris Paul 4 or 5 years ago, this would be an even trade. This would be an even trade between Chris Paul and Kyrie. But since Chris Paul is 37, going on 38 years old, this is no longer a equal trade. So you have to add on DeAndre Ayton and possibly, maybe to sweeten the pot for Brooklyn to make it really, really even, trade Jay Crowder. Now, I don't know the specifics about their contracts. Ace 30 came and said that it's not an even trade with I don't know if he said the Nets and the Clippers, but the Clippers already made an offer. So obviously they already feel confident in their move. And I think they know what they're going to offer him to get him and know what's logical and what's not. The Lakers, Kyrie Irving's getting $36 million, and then Russell Westbrook's, I think, getting $42 million. So it's pretty close if you just add another player in there, Lonnie Walker for the Lakers to even up that deal. But all in all, if you ask me, the Suns is a very attractive deal as far as on the court, because now you get Kyrie Irving and Devin Booker. Could you imagine that combo in the Western Conference? A guy who's like pretty much a younger version of Chris Paul and a more explosive scorer. That's what Devin Booker would be getting. That's an explosive backcourt right there. The Phoenix Suns are one of the best offensive teams in the league. So if you bring Kyrie Irving there, you automatically put like an advancement on their offense, which it is. Their problem is not offense, it's defense. But you have Kyrie Irving there that obviously tips the scales. And then also the last one, I'm going to give it back to you and let people in. We got the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, the Dallas Mavericks right now, this was the team I think would have made the most sense. And I'm going to tell you why. Look at that. People talk about LeBron James not having help, which I don't understand. When you got two Hall of Famers, you got guys who can still average between 15 and 25 points per game. Luka Doncic is one player that people don't talk about really has really much help, right? What's good, Kes? What's the word? Make sure I hit that like button. We got 42 people in here, man. Let's hit that like button. My man OC Love, salute, man, salute. Appreciate you guys coming in. We're gonna let y'all in a little bit. So the Mavericks, to me, Luka Doncic is a player that doesn't have much help at all, especially on the offensive end. You guys know Jalen Brunson for the New York Knicks was his most help last season, and he lost that for Jalen Brunson to go to New York to get more money. Now, of course, doing your thing is about getting your bread at the end of the day because you got to set a generational wealth for your family. So all respect to Jalen Brunson, but Luka Doncic has no help at this point on the offensive side. Kyrie Irving would be an upgrade from Jalen Brunson. Here's the catch, though. Luka Doncic, again, I tell y'all time and time again, who he reminds me of. He reminds me of a right version of James Harden in Houston. A guy that dominates the ball too much. He shoots a lot of bad shots. He plays mainly on one side of the ball. He seems to come in. He comes out of shape in preseason. He's not committed to getting his body in shape, and it's just a lot of similarities between these two. Mm-hmm. But he's all around one of the best offensive players, and I think he's leading the league in scoring right now. In order for Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving to play together, Luka Doncic is going to have to share the wealth with Kyrie Irving. The problem with Luka Doncic is I don't feel like he can play with stars. I feel like he has to be the one-man show. It's weird, but you got those type of players who want to run the show, don't want to give the wealth to nobody else, and they can't really play with other great players, as crazy as that sounds. Luka enjoys being the guy. So while he's sitting there, because Luka Doncic said this earlier in the season that he wants the Mavs to make a trade, this could be their opportunity. Now the Mavericks over the years, for whatever reason, have not been able to get a lot of stars. Most of their players are overseas international players for the most part. They have not gotten a lot of American black stars, whatever reason it is. This is called a spade and a spade. They have not been able to get these type of players, man. If anybody knows, put it in the comment section. The Mavericks have not been able to get American top black players. With all that money Mark Cuban has, he cannot seem to reel these guys in. And I think it's a shame because Dallas is a great city as far as, economically. It's a great city as far as, sightseeing. It's in the warm climate, warm weather. It's not in the cold. So you're in a pretty good location in Dallas. So I don't understand why stars wouldn't want to come there. But all in all, I'm going to finish this off. I think right now we got to wait and see what these other teams offer. Like I said, the Clippers are the only team that's offered a deal. I don't think the Lakers have much to offer, very attractive to the Brooklyn Nets. I think the Suns is an interesting one because of the Chris Paul situation, DeAndre Ayton. And the Mavericks, I think the talks of Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and probably a pick. I don't know how attractive Brooklyn would be with that. But they may look at it like, we're so tired of this guy, we just want him out of here. We'll take whatever. Mm-hmm. We're not going to take just the optional deal. So that's pretty much my comments for that, bro. We're going to let people in. Anything else you want to say?
Oh, only thing I want to say is salute to everybody who says salute to us. So Shaft 9000, we got the Jester Ramirez, we got Martinez, we got all the people coming in right now. Salute. But we letting y'all in now, so let's get it.
Yeah, man, we letting people in. Do you have any comments you want to look at, bro, before I let people in? Salute to my man, Mingo Jester. What's good, bro?
Nah, because they like they coming in, so I wait for them.
He said Aiden can't be traded unless Ben Simmons. Yeah, Ben Simmons attached to it too. And I think they'll take that bait. They'll probably bring Ben Simmons in and just kind of use him as a minimum role if that means getting Kyrie Irving. Same thing with the Lakers. They'll take Ben Simmons and use him as a, you know what I'm saying, a role of just being like minimal just to get their hands on Kyrie. That's how great Kyrie is, bro. His on-the-court talent, bro, is undeniable. I mean, when the brother wants to play, he plays, man. He's been playing all season, so it just shows you like what type of talent he is, bro. So let's let the people in. Mingo Jester, what's good, bro?
Happening.
What's happening, bro? What's your take? What's your take?
Well, see, my thing is, I think Kyrie and Kevin Durant, I think they should just go ahead and just stay throughout this whole year, finish this year out. You know what I'm saying? See if they can win the championship. If they can't, oh well, whatever. And then, you know, Kyrie, this is last year because he got a player option. He on the player option right now. So he can either leave, stay, whatever. But see, KD still got 3 years left on this deal. I don't know what he's going to do. Not unless he's going to request another trade again. But I think KD kind of stuck. Kyrie can do whatever, but KD kind of stuck. And being that he's kind of stuck, they're going to have to get some more talent in there. If they trade Kyrie, they got to get some more talent because like y'all said, KD want to win right now. So you got to get more talent or you got to get a caliber player like KD. Or KD going to want out again like he did the first time. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Brooklyn is just in a mess. Josiah and Sean Marks done messed this whole team up. I don't know what they doing. They don't know what they doing probably. But
right.
But my thing is though, yeah, they done messed this team up. How you go from James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant to possibly not having neither one of them? That's baffling to me. I still be thinking about that. It's baffling to me. And I'd be like, man, I don't know. I don't know. Brooklyn's just in a mess. I don't know. I don't know.
Right. And people don't realize they not looking at the light that what Joe Tsai and Sean Marks have been doing. They've been doing a terrible job with this team and managing and actually holding themselves accountable. I think that's not being light up enough as well. So Mingo just made a great point with that. Let's go to the next person, my man, Bruce.
What's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
Salute. Good. We good, Bruce.
Salute.
Wow, the NBA is like the drama these days, huh? It's like the drama. Man, if I'm a team, I don't want Kyrie Irving. I don't want Kevin Durant on my team. Then I agree with what Mingo just said, but I would say that the Nets were better, even better, before James Harden was on the team. They had Caris LeVert.
Yep.
They had Spencer Dinwiddie. And I don't know. And then the drama started with when they brought James Harden. So if you have Ben Simmons on your team in LA, you know the only thing he's good at shooting is women. I know. So I don't know. He's not gonna play, but he's gonna score with the women. So Kyrie Irving could help the Clippers, but I don't know if that happens. Because Clippers need another closer because we almost choked the last game against the Knicks, and Kyrie Irving could have helped against the Bucks. At least he could hit a shot. But with Kyrie Irving, you have to think that okay, there's gonna be drama with him, but you already know with Kawhi, there's not gonna be drama. Paul George is different now because he's playing with Kawhi, and Tyler doesn't tolerate drama. So I don't know. The more time passed, the more I think it could be the Clippers having Kyrie. And like I said in the comment, BJ may feel disgusted if John Wall goes to the Nets and then he's balling.
Yeah, bro. I would be, and we're gonna talk about John Wall tonight on Clippers Talk. So I want y'all to make sure y'all in here. We got a new person, Philip Barium. Hell, I'm a big Phil, and this is my first time tuning in. If I had been on Kyrie Irving getting traded, it would probably be the Clippers because of Tyronn Lue, who coached him in Cleveland. Okay, appreciate that comment, bro. For first timers, make sure y'all comment and also like the button as well as Cash App, PayPal right there in the ticker, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. OC Love, what's good, bro?
What's up, what's up, y'all? Salute
What's
everybody.
up?
Man, everybody know how talented Kawhi is. I mean, not Kawhi, but Kyrie is. But man, I swear I worry about him on the Clippers, man. I don't think we need him. I don't think we need the headache that comes with him. You know, like his talent is completely undeniable. But man, is it gonna cause a ruckus? Is it gonna turn into what they got over there? You know what I mean? That's what I worry about.
Yeah,
Is he gonna be wanting out next month? You know what I mean? Is he gonna? You know what I mean? It's like
you guys also gotta consider the chemistry too.
That's what I'm talking about. We just starting to get our chemistry right.
Exactly. You guys got PG, Kawhi that takes a lot of shots. Kyrie also a volume shooter too. He got to take a lot of shots. It's so many shots a team can take. And I'm a Brooklyn fan, so by the way, I love the show. Already, this is my first time being here, but you guys know about basketball, so I'm already tuning in. But yeah, I agree, man. I don't know how people are just looking at Kyrie talent, but they're not looking at the fitting, and people do that a lot.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like I love his talent. You know, it's you know what it is. But man, is he gonna fit? Is it gonna be a problem? Is it gonna be?
Exactly. And not only, go ahead.
No, Ivan, go ahead, man. Welcome to the show. Let's hear your take, man. So we go around and then you let people openly talk. So go ahead and say what your take is.
Yeah, so I like your breakdown with Luka, man. First of all, like this guy knows what he's talking about. I've been telling people this forever. Another thing too, I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, first and foremost, but I don't think Kyrie will not fit. For my opinion, will not fit with the Clippers. Not only that, he's a defense liability. You guys got to understand that as well. So I just don't think it's gonna fit, man. Of course, he will fit more, I think, with Lakers, like with LeBron James or like Anthony Davis. That's where I see him. But for me, I would like to get personally, I would like to trade for the Suns to get Chris Paul or Ayton, because I feel like that's gonna help our needs. Cause we losing a good talent with Kyrie. But that's all I gotta say.
So let me also say this. Rick, you got something?
No, the only thing I was gonna say is it just pretty much seems like across the board, that basically I kind of like, what Jester said. I kind of like when he was like, hey, just stick it out. I mean, he kind of broke it down perfect. Just stick it out. But at the same time, I get Kyrie's stance and what everybody else is saying. Is it really a good fit elsewhere? The only reason why I picked Lakers is because he played with LeBron before. They won a championship together, so they have that chemistry. So kind of moving back into a certain relationship, you kind of know how to get things done with that person. But obviously that's probably out of the cards, right? Like that's a very low chance that that's not going to happen. But that's the reason why I picked them, because I know that he won with that person before, and they probably can work something out. But go ahead, BJ.
So Shab 9000 said all good points from everybody, man. So he said, who the F gonna give Kyrie Irving a 4th deal? So here's the thing, according to Stephen A. Smith, and I'm not saying he's, his word is law, but it kind of makes sense when I hear him say it. He said that all these teams will pay him. Now, what they will pay him, we don't know, but unfortunately in sports, the more, your performance outweighs your production. If your performance outweighs the headache that you are, they're going to pay you. That's just what it is. Kyrie Irving is a top 15 player in this league, man. So these teams are going to pay him, especially a team that's looking to win a championship. They'll be like, okay, we understand his off-the-court antics may be a little bit too much sometimes, but this guy can help us win. And you're dealing with these billionaires and you're dealing with these guys in ownership, or not even ownership, just these teams. Their bottom line for the top-tier teams, they're looking to win. Some teams are looking just to make money. The bottom tier, the lottery teams are looking just for money. But the top teams, like the Bucks, like the Clippers, like the Lakers, or not the Lakers, the Bucks, Clippers, the Celtics, all these top-tier teams, they're going to do whatever to win at the end of the day, right? So they're going to pay Kyrie Irving that money. And if I'm Kyrie, I'm looking at it like, okay, I've came to your team after the whole situation with the whole, link thing with the book or the movie. You guys put me through sensitivity training. You made me have to give up a portion of my salary to the Jewish community. You made me apologize, made me denounce anti-Semitism. All these things I went through, these shaming rituals. Now you're choosing to take back. I came into the season ready to play. I played most of the games. I've led this team without Kevin Durant being there. What else do y'all want me to do? Oh, you guys got to guarantee a championship. So to me, it just seems like Joe Tsai and I don't know if Sean Marks or whoever's involved, they're getting to a point where they're like going to make it too much, where it's just too toxic for Kyrie to be there. I don't think it's good for both parties. It's like a relationship that's just running.
That's a good point. It's just a relationship. They both scoring.
It's too scoring. You have to get rid of him at this point. It's not good for the Nets. It's not good for his. It's like mentally, it's not good for either side. So you find a deal that's suitable for Brooklyn to say, okay, we got a good chance to replace Kyrie Irving with this talent as well as the money doesn't match. If you can do that, and necessarily the Nets, I don't think they'll do this, but they can do whatever they want with Kyrie for where they can trade him. I would hope it would be a place that he can actually excel in, but the way things are with these two, they're probably gonna look to trade him where they want him to trade him, and they just gonna forget what Kyrie Irving feels. But you got to get rid of this situation. It's pointless at this point.
As far as the deals you laid out, I think the best fit would be the Suns. But as far as organizational fit, I think it's either us or the Dallas fit. Because like you said, with him and management not getting along, the best organization for him would probably be, with Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban gonna make sure he right. You know what I mean? And with everybody we got over here, it's some, like with, we got Jerry West up there. He gonna make sure his antics is as low as possible. I'm sure he's gonna have a talk with him like, man, we trying to win a championship over here. We ain't trying to have all that extra stuff. And they're gonna take care of him. If he do right. I mean? I think the best pick for the Nets would probably be the Suns deal, but I don't know. I think the best organization is probably Dallas or us. That's just my opinion.
Y'all got it. I'm gonna let y'all have the panel.
So I got a question for the whole panel. We can go around. So the question I pose is, if he's looking to win a championship, what team should he, do we think he should go to? And if he's just looking to make bank, then what team should he go to in y'all's opinion?
If he's looking to make bank, I'll probably say, I think it's a toss-up between us and Dallas. I think I think either one of those teams are paying what he wants. But like if he went looking to win a championship, I think it's us.
I don't think Dallas is good for him. He's not gonna get the ball. He's gonna clash with Luka because he has his own mind. He's gonna clash with Mark Cuban. If he wants the money and win a championship, Clippers better for him.
I don't think the organization are doing right in the Laker land, though. I really don't. I don't think they care about. I think they just money. They just care about getting paid over there now.
No, I'm saying that Kyrie.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Bruce. I get what you're saying. I was just saying without saying something else.
I think the best fit for Kyrie is going to be the Lakers. He played with LeBron before. Anthony Davis got a similar style to Durant, so he's familiar with that. I honestly think that's going to be the best fit for him. I don't think the Clippers will be.
Yeah, he was asking like far as like the organizational fit though, right?
Which one? If he wants to make money, which team should he look at? Yeah. And then of course, if he's thinking about just winning, he wants to get a championship, what team?
Yeah, if he's thinking about winning, I would say the Lakers.
Okay.
If you think about making money, probably I would say Dallas. Because those contracts, be looking crazy. So I think he will probably make the most money there. But guys, I'm like I said before, I'm a Brooklyn fan, so I'm hurt either way. I was hoping he stayed. But You know, he might have a chance to still stay. Who knows? But it's not looking to.
Hey, I'm not a Brooklyn fan, and even I hope he stay. But you know, it
I'm
is what
sorry.
it is.
Even if Kyrie is on the Lakers, they're not beating the Clippers. I'm sorry.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Bruce.
Oh, you think we're gonna lose? You said what? Say that again.
Lakers with Kyrie or without Kyrie, they're not beating the Clippers.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough role players. Like that what people don't understand, man. When it goes to the NBA, yeah, your superstars gotta come and go. But the role players really will take you over the hump. I don't think they have enough role players to take them over the hump, even if Kyrie goes. But I feel like they're gonna be a good contender though. For sure.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yo, Bruce, but Sturdy said Kyrie on the Lakers, they'll smoke the Clippers.
Yeah, that's what he think.
I'm trying to get Bruce started. I don't know if y'all know Bruce. I'm trying to get him started.
They're gonna smoke something called Clippers, but they're not gonna smoke the team Clippers.
I don't think the Lakers with Kyrie, because the thing with the Lakers, their kryptonite is the Clippers. So if they can't beat the Clippers with what they got, they're not winning. Except they could not beat the Clippers even without Kawhi and Paul George. And just having Kyrie Irving on the Lakers is not beating that team. There's too many wings for Kyrie Irving and that team for them to actually prevail. So I agree with Bruce. The Lakers are not beating the Clippers even if they get Kyrie Irving there.
I don't know if Rick remembers, but I think he said in one of those podcasts, he said that Kyrie is very mercurial. It's not someone you can rely on. Sometimes he wants to play, sometimes he doesn't want to play.
That's a good point.
Verbatim. I said that, yes, sir.
So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we'll see.
What you
on the
think?
Lakers?
Pose that question back to you though.
What do I think? No, I kind of already said it. I'm honestly like fanboying out. I would just like to see him and LeBron play again. I like those two together. Do I think they can beat the Clippers? No, I don't think they can. But I do like those two together. I do like their chemistry. But if he was looking to make bank, obviously I would say Clippers. I would say Suns. If he was thinking about championships, probably Suns. Realistically, because like I said, Lakers to me that's more like a dream. That's just having fun. But like realistically, probably go to the Suns. But outside of that, I mean, like Bruce, he used my own words against me. He's a headache. You got to think as an organization, do you really want to deal with that? And I think a lot of times, like, BJ's right, because like I said, I use Dennis Rodman a lot. It's like if they come with some type of, headache factor to them, or if they're that good, people will pay. These organizations will pay. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself as an organization, but do we want to deal with that? Because we don't know. He's night and day. He's night and day. He's doing good. You say something to him, it's
he sure
don't
is.
stand up to you.
And I hate to say this too, because like his best duo was with LeBron James. If you look at it when he went to the Celtics, look what happened after he left. They played better. They actually got a better record. It's so crazy just to like say that Kyrie got to go to like the best position for him to be successful. And not only that, I like what you said too. Kyrie's not really a point guard. People don't realize that
He
more
can't
like
be
a
a
shooting
leader.
guard.
He needs to be the helpmate.
Exactly. And people don't take that into. He's not gonna get people in the best positions. Now Kyrie could get a shot anytime, but that's why I don't think he'll be so successful with the Lakers, because they don't got enough shooters around him. Now, if you see how successful he's been in the Brooklyn Nets lately, it's because we have a lot of shooters. So Kyrie can do his dribble, cross, and one-on-one. It's not a lot of people that can stay in front of him.
Exactly.
So,
Nah, come on, man. What are we talking about with Kyrie here? Y'all talking like Kyrie's some role player or something. And then this whole thing about if you want to play or not. That's every player in the NBA. These guys take days off just for they got the bubble
not
to take games off.
Him, no, not to the same.
It's the same thing. What's the difference? These guys take games off for anything nowadays.
No, I get what you're saying.
Joel Embiid had the Anthony Davis had the bubble guts. He took games off. Like, dude, really?
I hear you.
What is happening?
I hear you.
Kyrie was a role player when they got swept last year. I know.
Man, all I'm telling you is these guys take games off for anything. That's not
But I
just
get
Kyrie.
what you're saying, boss. But you got to take into consideration when James Harden end up leaving. Y'all know it because of Kyrie, right?
Kyrie got injured. He got injured that
he
year.
didn't want to take the
Yes.
vaccine. Not
He's
only
injured
that, he didn't
mentally.
want to.
That-
Yeah,
well,
he
that's
didn't want
his
to.
body.
And not only that, you got to look
Nah,
at
That's
it.
his body.
I
You can't force somebody to do something they don't want to do
No,
with their body.
I understand, brother. I understand, but that's like if I'm coming to play and I'm expecting you and Durant. Now Durant was injured to play. I'm gonna feel some type of way because our team became worse when Kyrie wasn't playing. You like
You can't.
if you play basketball before, you know you want to play with your boys. Like and you look and you like, yo,
That's
this
true.
man is not really here. I got no talent. If I was James Harden, I'll leave too. So he was
Man,
the reason why they lost a star. Thanks to
First of
Kyrie.
all, James Harden is a quitter anyway. We're not gonna get on that.
True.
Look what he did to the Rockets. We're not gonna get on James Harden. First of all, let's not act like James Harden is this
You
perfect
looking at the
basketball
wrong.
player.
Okay,
He left the Rockets. Wait
you
a minute.
looking
Wait a minute. He left the Rockets. How he left the Rockets? Remember that whole scene? Remember that?
absolutely.
I guess you forgot that.
You don't know.
No,
No, you're right.
He did. And remind you, he did the Rockets the same way, kind of, sort of how he did
But I
Brooklyn.
I
It was
get, but
basically the
listen,
same
but
kind of
listen up.
scenario.
I get your stance on that. But when James Harden was playing, he was unbelievable for us. The only reason why we lost to the Bucks because Kyrie and James Harden went down. It wasn't because James Harden wanted to go down. Now the following year, we were playing for James Harden was playing phenomenal again, but he got frustrated because Kyrie leaving and Steve Nash wasn't a great coach either. So it was just like if you
terrible
play
coach.
ball before, you know when your team is not going to be good and you want to leave. James Harden's getting older. He knows that his time is running out. So I don't blame him for that. The Rockets, he knew the Rockets wasn't going nowhere. James Harden made all the money in the world. Now he want to take the chip. Why do you think he's taking the 76ers so serious? He's really trying like that, and I don't blame him.
Okay, so if you're taking the 76ers so serious, what happened last year in the playoffs then with the 76ers?
Embiid,
Same thing. Same thing.
Embiid got injured.
Well, it's always an excuse. It's Embiid. It's this player.
Bro,
Tobias
basketball
Harris
is
ain't
not a
so
one-team
Tobias Harris'
sport,
mama
bro.
came and got it.
Basketball
It's
is not a
always
one
something
team.
with these guys, bro.
No,
You
but
know what I'm saying?
bro, but okay, but I get. Look, you gotta listen up, man. Basketball is not a one team. Other
Dude,
teammates
I
bring
know
the best
that.
out of. For example, when people win championship, they win championship because of role players that complementary to your skills. For example, when I play basketball, I'm more of a set shooter, so I play better with my friend because he's a point guard, and you need other players to make you better. That's just the way it is. That's basketball.
point.
If you know basketball, people bring the
I
best
hear you.
out of you. It's
I
just
hear you, but if you're supposed to be a superstar caliber player and getting paid like a superstar caliber player, you're supposed to show that superstar caliber player skill set and mindset and all that and lead your team. Ain't nobody got time for all these excuses and why you ain't got this and I ain't got that and this guy over here talking to his girlfriend and this guy over here about
what happened? What happened with Curry?
all these excuses. Ain't nobody want to hear all that. Just go play.
It's no excuses, man. Basketball's a team sport, brother. Like you can't.
Yes, it is. I understand it's a team sport. But y'all, one thing about this generation, y'all give these guys a million excuses of why they can't do something. My goodness, this guy can't do this because this happened. This guy can't do that because that happened. Like, dude, just get it done. Who cares about all that? You get paid to play basketball.
You can't get it done. You can't get it done when it's 1 against 5. You guys get what I'm saying?
Man,
like if
James
it was
Harden
like that,
had players
that means
with him,
everybody. Look at Giannis when Giannis lost Middleton. Why he didn't get it done? Because you need help. Like
how many superstar caliber players have James Harden played with? Kevin Durant,
I get
Russell
it,
Westbrook,
but
Chris Paul. Do I need to keep naming? Nah, it's Joel Embiid. Come on, guys.
I'm gonna leave this topic like this. In basketball, you need to be healthy. That's what they tell you. That's basically the team that went the most healthiest team. One player cannot take you there to the promised land. Basketball's a team sport.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, okay.
No, this is good, man. This is solid, man. Appreciate y'all coming in so far, man. Shout out to our guy David Jerry for the $7 donation through the PayPal Cash App right there in the ticket. If y'all want to show y'all love. But Ivan, that's your name, man. Ivan Martinez.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So the part I do like what you said is in this era, it's gonna take more than one star to win a championship because of the amount of talent we have in the league right now. So I definitely agree with you on that. The one thing I would say about James Harden, dude's on a tight leash with me, man, right now, because he's one of them cats that I can't give the benefit of the doubt. I gave him the benefit of the doubt with Chris Paul. I gave him the benefit of the doubt with Joel Embiid. I gave him the benefit of the doubt with Dwight Howard. I gave him the benefit of the doubt with Russell Westbrook. I guess I keep giving him the benefit of the doubt. And he's a legit point guard if you think about it. He's the guy that really elevated Brooklyn, in my opinion. But I need James Harden this year to get to at least the conference finals. At least. Philly can get to the finals with the talent they have. They start at 5, but James Harden in the playoffs, I gotta see him show out and actually be that second piece for Joel Embiid. But I do agree with you. In this day and age, you need more than one star to win a championship.
Good luck with that, BJ.
Man.
I don't believe in him no more. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair, man.
I do agree with y'all, though. I do. James Harden got to step it up. He's been messing up, a couple times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got to see it. I don't want to hear it no more.
Yo, with Jester and Bruce, see, the thing about them two, the reason why we both sides are making points, but I more lean so towards the side of what Jester is saying, because I just come from literally an era where it's like, when you get beat, you just got your ass beat. Get better.
Right.
And the only complicated thing about this situation is the timing, in the sense. It's like KD gets hurt. Kyrie, they were both doing their thing, but they're finally looking like the Brooklyn Monstars. Me and BJ said when they first got there, finally looking like it. And all of a sudden this happens. So it's like, it's just like a curveball coming out of nowhere. But at the end of the day, deep down, I do feel, and just like what Jester was touching on, even though, like I said, you're making sense to some degree, and what BJ also kind of defended you with, but I get where Bruce and Jester's coming from. We just come from a time where it's like, get it done.
Facts.
Get it done. And the thing is, at the end of the day, like, I don't really like speaking on people I don't personally know and I don't talk to on a daily basis. But at the end of the day, one thing Jester did say that just kind of hit me in the chest: bro, you get paid to play basketball. Go play basketball. Like, just go hoop. Because I'm telling you right now, at the end of the day, man, if you paid me $50,000 or $40,000 a year to play ball, you would think I was getting paid millions.
I'm telling you.
I'd be on the floor, bleeding, cut up, broken arms, everything, because it's basketball. And you paying me for it? Right. So I think, depending on when you were born and what era you used to watch and what you grew up in, a lot of times this type of stuff does bother you. It's like, come on, man. Like, I literally played ball yesterday. I got elbowed dead. My mouth, my whole face is still sore. And guess what I did? I got up and kept playing. Like, that's the era I come from. You just keep playing. It wasn't intentional.
No, but I do agree with you. Like, I agree with you 100%. Mm-hmm. But you ever play ball and be like, you're gonna lose with your talent, but you still gonna try hard regardless of. But deep in your heart, you get what I'm saying. It's like that sometimes too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna respond to you. I'm gonna use my own like experience, right? Like me, BJ, Vic, Jeff, right? We're all best, like from Louisville. We all grew up, right? In your point, right? I'm gonna do it this way. In your point, I get the feeling and sentiment of it. I love playing with BJ, yo. When me and BJ play together, it is hard to beat us because we just got that kind of chemistry. But anytime somebody drops on the other team and it's like, yo, we need one of y'all, whether I go over there or BJ go, me and BJ go at it. And we best buds. It's like it's like that what Jester and Bruce is saying is like, is at the end of the day is basketball. And yeah, we might say to each other, whether me and him are lose on the other team, we might say, man, if I would have had this, we probably would have won. So those type of talks happen. But at the end of the day, it's like, but you got your ass whooped up.
You still lost, yeah.
So I get what Jester is saying. I get what you're saying. So I'm trying to feel for both y'all, but I'm leaning more on Jester's side just because of my experience. It's like at the end of the day, go play ball. It's like, yo, yeah, we probably could have won if I would have had you, BJ, but we didn't. We're gonna get you next game though. That's the mentality.
No doubt.
And I agree. I agree. I like that mentality. You can tell some players still have it, And some players don't, like you said, because it's like a new generation. So I understand why older people like Charles Barkley get upset with the new generation because they are so quick to give up. You know what I mean, and not like accept. Like you lose some, you win some, man. That's how it goes.
And that's all that's really all he's saying. And that's why he's fed up because as a young African here, let me be careful. Hold on. It's LeBron's fault. Like, ever since he went to Miami, man, like this whole game just switched up. It's like the competitive spirit of just you got your ass whooped, man. Just come back and just play harder next year. Like, I don't know what happened to it. Like I said, I seen the shift back then with the Miami Heat. That's when the shift started, in my opinion. But it's like nobody has that, for instance, I say it like this. When I lose a game, using my experience again, let's say we lose by 2 points, we're going to 15, it's 15-13, BJ hit the last shot. You know what I'm going to instantly say? Now, yeah, later in the conversation, I might say, well, damn, if I would have had you, we could have won. That may be true, but you know what? I did miss 3 shots during that game. So if I would have hit all 3 of them shots and one of them being the 3, we could have beat you. So that's how our minds work. It's like, even though we lost, there was 3 possessions on my end, not just the team, but on myself where I missed 3 shots. Basically saying is, if I would have hit those 3 shots when I was open, we actually would have beat you.
Yeah, I agree. But basketball, like people, and I agree, basketball it's like, but when let's say we are GM or whatever, it's a whole bunch of luck too. I always use the Dallas Mavericks example. These old geezers had chemistry with no talent. It's all chemistry, really, more than just talent. Then look at Dallas Mavericks. All these niggas won. They was basically 75. Jason Kidd, Dirk Nowitzki. I'm over exaggerating, but these niggas was old and they end up winning. Just because of the chemistry, and they really didn't have no shot creator like that. It just really, and they beat the Heat, LeBron James and D Wade in their primal years.
They had Jason Kidd. What do you mean they have a shot creator?
They were old, but they had talent. I don't know what you're saying, but okay.
They had a shot creator.
Okay,
they were old. And
go ahead. Finish what you're about to say. Go ahead.
They were old, and they did only kind of focus on defense more so, but that team had talent now. That team have talent. That's why they won.
No, I agree. I'm not saying everybody have talent during the NBA, but I'm just saying from the echelons, they shouldn't compete with these younger so-called players. You get what I'm saying? And they still end up winning. Like I don't think you guys would consider Sean Marion a world beater. I don't think you would consider Jason Terry.
Ivan, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want to see your honest, opinionated thoughts on this. Just by going off what you're saying with the chemistry in the team, right? Because more so, I think that's what you're focused on with the Dallas Mavericks. They had the chemistry, right? Yeah, even though they were old and all that. Yeah. So let me ask you this: how do you explain when Kawhi Leonard went to the Toronto Raptors for that 1 year and won a championship?
You said Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
cool. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? He came and he just played ball. They didn't have time to have a chemistry or take a year or 2 years to get well to know each other. He just came over and played basketball. That's what Jester and Bruce are saying. Just come play ball.
Yeah, you got me on that one. You got me. Yeah, Kawhi definitely took and played ball, took them.
So that's all they saying, man. That's really all they saying. Like they just tired of hearing all this crying.
Hey, Triana Herm, got a new person in here. We got about 100 people here, so make sure we get these likes up, man. We got 100 people here, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, it's free. Share and subscribe as well. Miss Triana, she said, don't let me chat, I go live and everybody will know. I'd like to bring you in, Miss Triana, if you want to come, we're very welcoming to new people.
Come on in, Triana. We want the women to come on too.
You know what I'm saying? Come in. State your case, man. Anybody want to come and hit that like, hit that
Miss Trina,
link, man. Hit
the
link.
Trina, I'm sorry.
Miss Trina, yes, ma'am.
Come on in.
Hit that link if y'all want to come in here, man. Go ahead, Rick.
No, I already broke it down. If anybody else want to go.
No. Players like Kyrie, James Harden, KD. A team should know that they're there temporarily, and you have to treat them with kid gloves, because they're sensitive.
Yeah, that's my thing with Kyrie Irving, bro. Look, each one of these teams have deficiencies, whether that be injuries, whether that be off the court issues, whether that be just whatever. AD, the injuries, Kawhi, load management, Paul George, injuries, Luka Doncic, ball dominant, fucking Jason Tatum. For whatever reason, there are certain times he shows up small. Who else? Everyone has a deficiency. You have to know what you're dealing with, the pros and cons of every situation. And if you can deal with that, if you can deal with the Kyrie Irving, possibly if you get on his bad side, he possibly may not play a game or here or there. If you get on bad terms with him, he might stick to his guns and put you in a bad spot. But let's just be honest. Let's break it down. There's a lot of people who I think have put a little bit too much salt on Kyrie Irving. If y'all know what I'm saying.
No,
For every situation they say has been Kyrie Irving's fault. He was with Cleveland. Look at what happened. He ain't won nothing with LeBron. Well, what happened was, if you're gonna be honest, the man decided to take a step into actually believing in himself. Very similar to what Kobe did. Rick, me and Kobe, that's our favorite player. Mm-hmm. Kobe took the stance to basically get underneath Shaq's umbrella and say, look, I can win a championship as the guy. I put in enough time. I can be the number one option. Shaq is getting older. The owner, God rest his soul, Dr. Buss, made a decision to go with Kobe over Shaquille O'Neal. This whole narrative that Kobe ran Shaq out is not true. Dr. Buss made a business decision. I'm going to go with the young 26-year-old Kobe Bryant to lead my team, other than the aging 32-year-old Shaquille O'Neal, for the future. And it paid dividends because they went to 3 NBA finals and won 2 out of 3 championships. Kobe Bryant wins 5 titles. The rest is history. If Kobe does not make that decision, we do not love Kobe Bryant the way that we do. We're going to always look to him as being Shaq's sidekick. So, and at the end of the day, Kyrie Irving made that decision, get underneath LeBron's realm. I'm going to Boston. He goes to Boston. What happens? He leads them to the Eastern Conference Finals. Even if he got hurt throughout the season, they were the 2nd seed. So he has success there. The next season, they get eliminated by the Milwaukee Bucks in the 2nd round. Here's the deal. In Boston, now correct me if I'm wrong, Kyrie Irving still has a relationship with Jaylen Brown, has a relationship with Marcus Smart, has a relationship with Jason Tatum, those main guys that the media continuously said that he had problems with. You guys got to remember, the media creates a narrative and people will run with it. That's true. Why people have to do their due diligence and know what they're talking about and just not look at like, oh, Kyrie Irving's a cancer wherever he goes. That's not necessarily true. If he's such a cancer, then why do he have relationships with people in Boston? Why does he still have a relationship with Brad Stevens? Why does he still have a relationship with Jaylen Brown, who stood up for him on the myths of Joe Tsai when they tried to make him do all those ridiculous stipulations to get his position back early this season? Like, people gotta know what they're talking about. With the Brooklyn Nets, what I'm seeing, I'm gonna give
brothers know why.
I'm gonna give it back to y'all after this. The Brooklyn Nets, what me and Rick were talking about earlier in the show, they put a championship stipulation in Kyrie Irving's contract that if you win a championship, you will get your max deal. I've never heard that ever in NBA basketball period, because you cannot guarantee a championship. And based off what Joe Tsai has done in the past with the pettiness and how he's trying to get back at Kyrie Irving, I believe he will do that to embarrass him for what all Kyrie Irving has done in the past. That's why I say this relationship is too toxic to continue. And at this point, if you don't cut ties with Kyrie Irving at this point, who knows what happens after that, right? But my point again, I'm going to give it back to y'all. Kyrie Irving has earned a max deal based off of this season, what he's been doing, leading this Brooklyn team, being an all-star starter. On the court, there's no denying what he brings to the table. We all can agree that he's the most skilled guard probably we ever seen outside of Kobe Bryant. But the man on the court is a magician, bro. So I think, it's just time to end this relationship.
Yeah.
What up, big fan Breezy? Salute.
Yeah, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to the pull up, man. Yo, that last episode was fire, man. With Ryan Hollins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Shit, man. You know it's smoke, man. You know y'all next. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah, nah.
Yes. You got smoke with us, big fan?
No, with the Clippers. The Nets play the Clippers next.
Oh,
The Nets play the Clippers next. But to what you said, yeah, I agree. I think they use Cam Thomas as an insurance policy to keep him. See, he missed a lot of games, had a lot of DNPs. And that was because the coaches and they didn't know what Kyrie was going to do. And for Kyrie, business wise, this is his best opportunity to. I mean, he's leading all the All-Star votes on for guards and All-Star votes. If he was going to ask for trade, this is his best trade value right now. So it makes sense for him to ask for it on the business sense, but I don't know if it makes sense for the Brooklyn Nets to pay him. I think we should trade him, and that's because when it came down to communication, man to man, or just on the business side of things, Joe Tsai and Kyrie, they communicated through the media instead of calling each other. I'm pretty sure they got their numbers, you know what I'm saying? And that medium, letting the media, using the media as a medium of communication, that's where it went bad with Joe Tsai and Kyrie Irving. After that, I feel like it's nothing to build on. Just move on. There's nothing to build on with Kyrie after that. The fans support him. The fans wanted Kyrie and Katie to make it work because this is as much we seen them play in one season together out of all four. So, I was hoping to see 44 games in one season in this season, and we did not get it. We got close to it, but we did not get it. So, I feel like Cam Thomas is going to, as something, I want to give them a go. I want to see how it play out. I'm not worried about Kyrie Irving getting traded. I want to see what we can get for him.
You said the fans support who? Kyrie or the owner?
The fans support Kyrie.
So why they were booing Kyrie when Kyrie was shown on the Jumbotron?
because he asked for a trade. That's what the media said.
Man, the media controls a lot, and they be lying too.
Oh, we know that. We know that.
I mean, last night they showed Kyrie on the Jumbotron and they were booing.
They was.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. We got 140 people here, man. Get those likes up, man. We should have about 100 likes right now, man. Y'all
like and subscribe.
Yeah, Cam Thomas balled out last night. He did. I give him that. He had 44 points off the bench. But how many times that's gonna happen though?
Yeah. Cam Thomas, he's in 4 of the epic comebacks that the Nets had. He's in 2 of them. All we got to do is start Cam Thomas instead of letting him come off the bench, and we won't have slow first quarters, like 16 points or less than 20 or 20. We'll have 30-point quarters and 30-plus point quarters. He'd be scoring like 11 points in a quarter. He had 14 in the fourth quarter. Like, he'd be going off. So I'm just saying we'll have that advantage. And I seen the stat. It said the team that wins the first quarter, 60% of the time, that team wins the game. It's how you start the game in the first quarter and how you start the game in the first after the in the second half.
I noticed you keep saying we. I noticed you keep saying we. So I'm guessing you're a Nets fan, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So if y'all trade Kyrie Irving, right? Y'all keep Kevin Durant, but trade Kyrie Irving, get some kind of pieces for him. Do you see y'all winning the championship this year, next year, or the following year?
Nah, this year I seen KD win without Kyrie and Ben Simmons. The record was 21-9. Excuse me, that was last season. So
I said a championship. I did not say getting a championship.
No, but what I'm saying is,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, again, even with that series with Boston in the playoffs, I think there was a lot of players that Nash didn't use that he could have. Then you got a coach like, you got a coach like Jacques Vaughn the other night. He played 11 players in the first half. He's mixing it up. He's giving guys the opportunity to earn their minutes. And again, trust me, everybody earns their minutes because they play defense when you play for Jacques Vaughn. He has a different coaching style, and I think it matters. I go all over the social YouTube saying that coaching is 40 to 45% of winning in basketball. And I give like 50, 55% to the players. But coaching and how you protect the basket and put pressure on the rim, attack the basketball, score the ball, it means a lot. And that strategy comes from the head coach. You got head coaches, you got assistant head coaches, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a role to winning. And I think Jacque Vaughn plays a big part in what the Brooklyn Nets are doing and is going to get a big contract in the near future. You know what I'm saying? I think he's our guy. He's our coach. Jacque Vaughn is our coach, and he proved twice that he could win without Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, or Ben Simmons. The first game was the Pacer game. The second game was last night. So I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed.
When the Nets don't make the playoff or they're in the play-in, so is it gonna be Jacque Vaughn fault too?
Again, I can't agree to that hypothetical because I think we gonna hold it down. We've been in fourth place.
You just
for like
did
2 weeks.
hypothetical. You just did.
No, I'm saying you saying that we're not gonna make the playoffs. The Brooklyn Nets fan in me can't agree to that. You know what I'm saying? I see us going 1 through 4. I think I
got it.
I think we're gonna hold fourth place.
KD shows Brooklyn because of Kyrie. You think KD is gonna want to stay there?
It depends. If you get a hooper, you get like Ryan Hollins was saying the other day. You get some glue guys and some dogs there instead of having Kyrie there. Yeah, you get some guys that want to hoop.
Did you just say Ryan Hollins?
No, we was listen. Ryan Hollins was saying that you need for a championship team, you need glue guys and dogs. And I'm saying if you surround KD with hoopers, glue guys and dogs with this Kyrie trade, yes, we can compete for a championship. I'm saying
they're not winning the championship. Y'all don't see y'all beat Boston, and I definitely don't see y'all beat Milwaukee.
I mean,
I don't even know if y'all could have beat them guys with Kyrie, but without him.
No, I had to jump in because I disagree. If Kyrie stays, I see us beating the Bucks. Now, Boston, I'm not sure, but I think we got the Bucks number.
I think we can compete. We play the Bucks soon. They're on the schedule.
You guys keep saying Boston. Boston is not that good. Milwaukee is better than Boston.
Boston got they number.
But basketball is about matchups though, because I noticed when we played against the Bucks, we be killing them, but Celtics be giving us a run.
Was Middleton playing? Was Middleton playing?
No.
Nah, Middleton wasn't playing, but we locked Giannis down, and you can look at the stats real good.
Yeah, okay. You locked Giannis down. Okay, all right.
He said, okay.
Giannis is the most important player. What are you talking about? Giannis is the most important player.
When you don't have another player to defend, of course you're gonna double team him, whatever.
Who's your team? Before I answer, who's your team?
Come on, man. I've been saying Clippers gonna win.
Yeah, y'all not winning. Look, bro, Clippers don't even got good chemistry. They don't even look like they know what they're doing. Y'all not beating the Nuggets.
The Clippers is a good team, actually. I disagree with that. I think the Clippers is a good team. I think their chemistry is okay. I think Ty Lue is mainly the problem. He don't know who to play and when to play him. His rotation is just awful.
Ty Lue's trash.
Man, his rotation
I don't see Kyrie. I don't see Kawhi or PG asking for trades every 3 months.
I agree with that. He got a point there.
He does.
He got a point there.
But I don't see y'all beat you. So you think y'all can beat the Nuggets? Be honest. Be honest with yourself. Like you think y'all can beat the Nuggets?
Yep.
Not right now with that opponent guard. No.
Okay, I like the honesty because I don't see y'all.
I've been honest all the time.
But I feel honestly, I do believe if Kyrie stays in the roster we have constructed now and Jacque Vaughn the way he's playing, honestly feel like we could actually win.
Okay. Clippers should steal Bones Highland from the Nuggets.
Another thing too, Cam Thomas is just a beast too. People are sleeping on him. If you're a Brooklyn fan and you've been watching him, he's like that. He's nice.
Yeah,
So why isn't Jacque Vaughn playing him?
Yeah, hold on. He do play him, but they don't start him. That's the thing. And the reason why they didn't start him because they had him behind Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving. And Ed Sumner got more minutes than he did because he was a better defender. Again, if Jacque Vaughn, he's running his defense style. He's a defensive style coach first. That's the name of the game for him. And then, his offense is okay. But a guy like Cam Thomas is nice on the Brooklyn Nets because he could create his own shot. You give him a pick and roll with anybody, Day'Ron Sharpe, Nick Claxton, he get busy. You feel what I'm saying? and we're gonna be one of the better teams because of the pick and roll. Because of it, we got Wasabi Watanabe. Y'all funny, y'all think that's funny, man. But he is really Wasabi. Yeah, he's really Wasabi behind the 3-point line. I'm saying
That's his
Wasabi
name?
Watanabe. Word. He could knock down a 3 ball for real. And I'm saying that to say, but the lineup without Kyrie Irving, like, cause it's the writing's on the wall, man. He's out of here. Like, let's call it what it is. I got love for Kyrie Irving, but it's not gonna work between the Brooklyn Nets. Like you said, it's better to let go. You feel me?
What borough are you from, bro?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Boy, that's gonna be
Bruce said, man.
that's gonna be like a bad
I
breakup
watched
when y'all let go of Kyrie. It's gonna be like a bad
Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn, man.
I watched them build the Barclays, man, on my lunch break. I used to go over there and watch them, you know what I'm saying? See the construction workers getting egg and cheese sandwiches with construction Timbs, you know what I'm saying? Just Brooklyn shit, you know what I mean? I watched them build the Barclays, man.
Yo,
Like,
that's crazy.
The construction Tims. I'm gonna say that every show now. We need to get those construction Tims out.
I'm telling you, and again, I just think that Sean Marks is not better than no other GM. You can't go past the winning formula, and that's building from the draft. Cam Thomas is out the draft. You could make up for what you did miss with Jared Allen. You feel what I'm saying? You could put all your energy into that draft class with Cam Thomas, and at minimum, you could. You know what I mean? I won't say put your franchise on Cam Thomas, but I will say that he's ready. He's ready. Whatever his ready is for a sophomore, second year player, he's ready. Like, this is the second time he had to be the man, and the second time he was the man, and we won. So
I have a question for you.
What are you ready for?
Okay, sorry.
Huh?
What are you ready for? To go get cooked by Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum? What are you ready for?
Nah, I'm telling you, I'm just waiting to see. He ain't getting no minutes for real versus them. Watch when he play the next game. When he play the next game. Like,
They just beat him by 43.
Go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead.
I have a question for you. Do you think it was a good trade to let Jared Allen go, Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie for James Harden?
Nah, it was terrible. I've logged against it the entire time. But it was. I think we playing clean up after that. After that, Sean Marks trying to clean up. He tried to clean up with Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons, you know what I mean? Part of the reason why Kyrie can't get his money. And part of the reason why Kyrie feel like, yo, if you're going to pay him that, why you can't pay me this? Like, so I don't know. It's just not going to work. They don't want to pay Kyrie, but he feel like y'all should because y'all paid Ben Simmons, and I'm doing way more than he is. So that mix is, you know what I mean? I just think everybody calling Kyrie Kyrie a cancer. It's not that it's Kyrie. It's that the Nets, on the business side of things, the superstars, when you consider Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and KD, you see who's putting in work and who deserved the bag, and you see who got the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Ben Simmons?
No, I'm saying he got a superstar contract. He ain't a superstar for real, but his contract say it looked like he, you know what I mean? He put up superstar numbers. So I'm just saying that on the business. Yeah, on the business side of things, I can see why Kyrie is like, yo, man, if y'all not gonna pay me this, man, I want to trade. Somebody gonna pay me. You know what I mean? Like, and I just think he got the best advantage he got is to leave now because deep in my heart, I don't think he want to win here no more, man. And my Nets fan heart, because of what happened with Joe Tsai and the media, I don't think he want to win with the Brooklyn Nets no more, man. I'm gonna be honest.
He want his money, and they relationship is tarnished for good.
Heartless.
Yeah.
Heartless.
What happened? I couldn't hear what he said. What did he say?
No. Oh, okay.
I said it.
No, I was going. Go ahead.
I said he want his money, and the relationship with that organization is tarnished for good.
Oh,
it's strange.
Hey, let's get my man Kess. Let's get my man Kess in here real quick, man. What's up, Kess?
Yo. What's good, y'all?
What's up?
Salute.
And what's good, Rick? Long time, brother.
What's up?
Ain't nothing. Yeah. What we talking about? This Kyrie trade, or I hear a lot of.
He said, "What we talking about?" No, we talking about pretty much from the beginning of the show. The whole Kyrie thing, far as him wanting to leave now because Chris Haynes put out this report yesterday that basically within the negotiation, the extension that he should be getting, that he has to win a championship in order for him to basically get his money for that extension. So that's pretty much the main topic. Of course, we branched out, but that's the main topic. So what's your thoughts on that? Do you feel like the Nets, the organization, are wrong? Do you feel like Kyrie is wrong? You feel like they both got a point? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, the Nets organization has always been like out of whack to me. That owner is like his own worst enemy. Sometimes he'll have something going and then he'll do stupid stuff like go all in, like when he had Darren Williams and Joe Johnson, then he went and got all ass KG and Paul Pierce and then to now you had your 1-2 in Kyrie and KD, you gave up all your depth to go all in for James Harden. That didn't work. Now James Harden leaves you, you go get Ben Simmons. And then you just got Kyrie, who seems like he could be a drama queen at times because of just his off the court antics. So I don't know. It's a weird situation with them. Only thing I can say is they have to get rid of him. That's the most I can say. As far as who's right, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, bro. They gotta get rid of him for sure. Hey, Sturdy, good to join us, brother. What's good with you, bro?
Yeah, salute everybody. How y'all doing, man?
Salute.
What's gonna be the deal, DJ? Like, want me to elaborate more on this Kyrie thing? You get the roasting Clippers fans. What?
Do what you do, man.
Do what you do.
You
Do
regular,
what you
man.
do,
You a
Sturdy. You
regular.
know we love you, man.
Hey, you talking about roasting Clippers fan?
No. I've been informed that I was a hater somehow, but like, hey, I don't know, man. I just, but in regards to this Kyrie thing, let's get that out the way. I do believe this trade depends on how much Kyrie leverage. I think he can't just leave it up to the Nets' hands because I just think he won't get traded if he does. On the simple fact that him getting traded from the Nets right now is about 50-50 for me because even last year they did trade Harden around the same time, and on top of that, in regards to this year, he proven to up his value. He's proven to, like BJ alluded to be arguably a top 15 player. We'll get into that late this year. Scoring phenomenal, second in the league in fourth quarter scoring, and really since KD got injured, he's been averaging like 12 points per fourth quarter. So he has been balling. But in light of his situation, he makes $36 million this year. That means whatever team trades for him, you have to trade minimum a starter player or all-star player. So what that means is whatever team that you're trading for him, you're not just giving up. You have to give up a valuable assets to get this man, and you're really telling yourself you're committed to him long term. The reason why I said in the chat that BJ just cut half, which was I don't think the Lakers or the Clippers can trade for Kyrie without a third team, unless Kyrie goes along the lines of publicly or privately saying, I'm not willing to extend with any other team besides the Lakers or the Clippers. Besides that, they don't have, in my opinion, don't have good enough assets to just get Kyrie straight up. Because what the Nets have proven, they do want substantial compensation for their stars. Thus, look at the prices they would ask for KD. They weren't just settling. They wanted substantial compensation. So why would they not for a current all-star like Kyrie? Like earlier before, I think if he wants to win a championship, his best bets are the Suns or the Lakers. If he wants to make money, Clippers, Mavs, or the Lakers. Because off the court, Kyrie needs a big market. People since Kyrie lost his Nike deal, he been trying to build up trying to make certain deals with independent shoe companies. So he needs a bigger market. He needs to stay within a big market to help that out. So that's why I said in terms of money, those three franchises. But for winning the chip, especially this year, Lakers, next year Suns, for the best chance to win the championship.
So my only question, I'm gonna let Brother Amari come in next. you said the Lakers are his best choice. I'm just not. I think it's more so how do the Lakers beat the Clippers. I don't think it's
Oh,
about the Lakers winning the championship. I think it's more about how do they beat the Clippers. In my opinion, personally, just like the Clippers, the Nuggets are their kryptonite. I don't think adding Kyrie Irving is the answer because the Lakers to beat the Clippers, they gotta have some wings. And if you're gonna trade away, you're gonna trade away Lonnie Walker, you're gonna trade away Westbrook, you're gonna probably trade another piece away if you do get them. That doesn't solve the problems with what they have against the Clippers. I still think the Clippers will win that series.
no, and I agree. It doesn't solve all the Lakers' problem, but it definitely solve one of their biggest problems, which being shooting and most importantly, another person being an elite shot creator besides LeBron. If you see the way the Lakers are constructed, they are strictly dependent on LeBron and Westbrook creation. So you take that, you replace Westbrook with a guy as productive, as efficient as a Kyrie, who can get his own, who can actually has a perfect role in terms of closing for that team. It would definitely help those guys out, and not to mention, they still can make other moves. They still got a roster spot, and they're still the what's the thing? What's that? What's the it slipped my mind. The damn, what is this called? The buyout market. There we go. In the buyout market, just like the Clippers. So I think it's more of a fit than the Clippers. I mean, on the Lakers than the Clippers, primarily because the chemistry with LeBron. I'm be honest with you. That's offensively, we haven't seen a combination like that in the last 10 years. And you supplement that with the defensive impact of an AD with quality role players like Dennis Schroeder. He's been playing quality minutes, like a Rui. He's been playing quality minutes. And if they do get with Lonnie Walker, you still have serviceable guys like Thomas Bryant and potentially what's the other good name? But they can pick up some other people. I'm not even a Lakers fan. I'm just being honest. But yeah, I just think and nothing too. I understand the Clippers have been beat the Lakers 10 times straight, but what does that do with a potential playoff matchup?
Well, even if it's my opinion, what I think, the season or the playoffs is a mismatch either way. Because here's the deal. The Clippers, their personnel, the whole way to stop the Lakers, in my opinion, is to, first of all, nullify LeBron, or not nullify LeBron, but make him, the more stats he puts up, the better chance the Clippers have of winning. And all the offensive weapons that the Clippers have, especially with the insurgence of Norman Powell, shout out to Norman Powell, the Clippers have way too many options and weapons for the Lakers to maintain. The Lakers' strength is in the post. They can exploit that, but the Clippers have the wing depth and they have the guard depth to oversee the Lakers. So that's why I say it doesn't even matter if it's in the season or the playoffs, it's a mismatch. I believe that that's what it's going to come down to. I think that if the Lakers are playing the Nuggets or the Lakers are playing somebody else, the Grizzlies, then they'll have a better chance. But I just think there's just one of those teams that's their kryptonite, and I think the Clippers just have the number, no matter if it's the season or the playoffs. I'm gonna go back to you, Stern, in a minute. Jay Boogie put a comment. He said, I was at the Knicks Clippers game last night amongst family members in the Delta, and I was able to snippet the word the Clippers not leaving Brooklyn without Kyrie. See, if you guys don't know, the Clippers already made an offer to the Brooklyn Nets. They're trying to get this deal done as fast as possible. And they made an attractive offer. What that offer is, I'm not so entirely sure. I think it has something to do with Terrence Mann, Luke Kennard, Marcus Morris, and those two picks. That's just my opinion. And John Wall as well. But let me go to the new person, brother Amari Jordan. What's good, brother? What you got?
What's going on, brother, man? Appreciate you for having me, man. First time on your platform, so I just want to salute to you, brother. I'm familiar. Look, I'm already familiar with Mingo Justin and H30. We had battles on other platforms. Those are my guys. So, as far as the Kyrie situation, I'm gonna first go to the trade aspect of it. I don't know where he's going. I don't think nobody truly knows. I think we have an inclination that it's probably going to be one of the LA teams, outside shot with Dallas and Suns. Now, as far as they said, I think as of last night or the other night, the Clippers have gave out an attractive offer, but we can't seem to figure out what this attractive offer is. So I'm still a little weary on that just because this is part of the negotiation, scaring teams off. Because I think the Lakers just put out last night too that they're not willing to give Kyrie this 4-year extension that he's looking for. And I think that's just a tactic as well to say, look, if y'all want to overpay for him, we're not going to do that. And to scare off other teams for trying to, maybe not overpaying or overpaying. So at this point, I think Sturdy said it earlier, it's about what Kyrie wants as far as what is he saying behind closed doors to GMs and the brain trust of these organizations. If they trade for him, will he commit to whatever it is that they want him to commit to, the 3-4 years, whatever it is, they don't want to rental. He can curve all that if he says, I'm only going to the Clippers or I'm only going to the Lakers. That's as far as I got on that part. Now, as far as who will make a championship team roster, look, if you go to the Lakers, in my belief, I think they are the championship favorites over the Clippers at that point. I heard your point about the wing depth, but in 20, I think when the Lakers won in the bubble year, I think the Clippers had more wing depth then, and I still had the Lakers beating them. Obviously, they didn't get to play because what happened. The Denver ended up coming back 3-1. I think I was in the playoff series, rotations get a little shorter, so that all that depth that the Clippers have won't be as important as it is. The depth is to get through the season. As far as playoff, that's when the rotation get a little shorter. Guys are, playing a little bit more heavier minutes. And I don't know what to do about Kawhi and injury. He can come up injury at any point. George for that as well. Now again, as I'm saying that, Anthony Davis can come up injured too. So it's a catch-22 with that. But I have a little bit more faith in LeBron James and the Lakers doing it just because I do have 1 year of them doing it, and I don't have the Clippers doing it 1 year yet. This could be the year it can change. But if you put Kyrie in that mix, depending on, again, what else they get in the trade market, I don't know that there's some other trades that they're supposed to be making. But you saw the shooting. You saw the point guard position, especially if you keep Dennis Schroeder there. And you can have all the wing depth you have. LeBron James coming at you for 7 games in a series is a problem for you to have. And so I believe with that just right there and let somebody else go ahead.
Yeah,
I want to just say this.
Sentiments, bro. Hit that like button. We got over 200 people here. Hit that like button. Open panel. Go ahead.
I just want to inform people it is extremely advantageous. The reason why this trade has a good chance of going down because it's extremely advantageous not only for Kyrie but also for the teams that trade for him. Kyrie be an unrestricted free agent going to the offseason, meaning, if y'all look at the other teams' cap situations, majority of teams that actually have the cap to sign Kyrie to the value that he wants per year are the bottom feeders. So every team that's in playoff contention or championship contention that's one piece away to get Kyrie is more advantageous for you to trade for Kyrie now, so that way you have his bird rights. So your cap is not affecting you offer him money. So I just want to remind people of that to let them know that there's a huge when people want Kyrie. Kyrie proved up his value this season. These 50 games, he upped his value. They want this man. So the rate at which he gets traded is, I think, strictly depends on Kyrie. I think, and I agree with Mingle. The Nets completely messed any championship aspirations they had and going forward because people forget how much trade assets they gave up just getting rid of James Harden. Yeah, but my bad.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Nets are a dumpster fire at this point. They have to trade them, and if they don't, they're just a negligence on their part again. They can keep him there just to be petty, but they don't help him. Just they don't want to see him happy. But that's going to cripple the franchise even going forward even more. So, as I said, this also do depend on the Nets. Do they even care what Kyrie wants? As a business part, they should trade him. From a basketball point, they should trade him. But a lot of this is personal for both sides. So when you get personal in the feelings, you're making logical decisions. So that's another thing we gotta keep an eye on. How much part of the business are they business minded right now? Or are they personal right now?
And I feel for KD. Like, this is 3 consecutive years in a row. When KD is playing on that team, they are top 3 to top 2 seed in the East. Every single time he gets hurt, there's some type of dysfunction, which is wild. And that's honestly real talk. I actually do feel for KD because on his end of the bargain, he has been showing up. He has been balling. Outside of that series with the Celtics, he has been living up to his end of the bargain.
I want to go back to a point Brother Omari said. So he was saying that it puts the Lakers, if you put Kyrie Irving on the Lakers, that's what you're saying, man?
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of like how I told Sturdy, the reason why I say the Clippers are such a mismatch for them, and granted, it's fair to say that the Clippers haven't gotten it done. That's fair. You saw the bubble in 2020. The meltdown they had 3-1 over the Denver Nuggets was a meltdown. So that's why people have questions about the Clippers. Even me, supporting the team, I still have questions with their decision making, with how they've been handling things. I feel like I've been one of the main objective people saying that they need a point guard. Now that they see Paul George handling the point guard position, they understand they cannot run with him being the PG because he's not a point guard. He's a playmaker. It's a difference. A playmaker can be Nikola Jokic. A playmaker can be a forward, a guard. But a playmaker is not what a point guard is. A point guard does it in pressurized situations. So now that we're seeing that, I think the Clippers have made some bad decisions. But when it comes to the Lakers and matchups and how they, styles make fights, their style, no matter if you put LeBron, AD, Russ together, LeBron, AD together, LeBron and Russ together, AD and Russ, it's been every combination I've been seeing over the last 2 seasons. Because remember, Kawhi and PG didn't play pretty much the whole season last year, and they were beating the Lakers even with that trio there. I'm just saying, my point is that adding Kyrie to that mix would be exciting. It would mean more points, but it doesn't take away. It doesn't help on the defensive end. I still believe, and this is just my personal opinion, I believe the kryptonite of LeBron James is Kawhi Leonard. Now, people may call me crazy, but I'm going to explain it to you. You can see how from a visual standpoint, and Rick can understand this too if you want to chime in. You kind of understand certain players when they match up, they just seem to always have the upper hand. I've just been seeing Kawhi Leonard when he goes up against LeBron James. He always seems to have the upper hand on him. I see LeBron, the way he goes at KD and goes at all these other stars, I don't see him doing that with Kawhi. So I believe in a 7-game series, Kawhi will be the best player in that series. So you already have the best player. I believe if PG and AD match up, I think that's a wash. I think PG can be just as impactful as Anthony Davis. And I believe the Clippers have a better, well-rounded team. They have the wings, they have the defense, they have the athletes, they have all that to counteract what the Lakers have. The Lakers are too small at the guard position. That's going to matter. The game's going to slow down the half court. You're going to have to be able to hit shots. Kyrie Irving's not going to be able to do that by himself. Who are the other guys going to hit shots for the Lakers? Other than Kyrie Irving and Austin Reeves, Lonnie Walker. Like, you can't really trust them to shoot those threes. But the Clippers, you got Marcus Morris, you got Luke Kennard for now, you got Paul George, you got guys who can really stretch the floor and score in the half court and shoot 3-point shots. And we've been seeing it time and time again. If you ask me in the playoffs, is it going to change? I'm going to say no. I think the Clippers, no matter if it's the playoffs or the season, they're going to get up for the Lakers, no matter what it is. And I think Ty Lue will, and I know he's making some bonehead decisions here, I think he will outcoach Darvin Ham.
I'm not going to disagree with none of that. I agree with you. Ty Lue will outcoach Darvin Ham. If you've been watching,
I disagree with Paul George at any point, though. I disagree with that.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
AD's a better and a far more impactful player than Paul George. Playoffs,
I disagree.
Whatever you want to do.
I disagree.
Whatever you want to do with it.
Again, even if you want to say they'll watch, that's fine. I think at they best, I would say AD is a little bit better. But again, a playoff series is different. You don't know Again, coaching, all that matters. Like you said, Tyloo has the advantage in that part. And if you're watching Darvin Ham, if you're a Laker fan out there, I don't know who on here a Laker fan, but these 3 guard rotations and some of these out of timeout plays he's calling are not good. Look, I'm not going to even be long-winded because, we don't have enough history between the two teams to say what is what. I would say I'm going to go back to the only reference point I can use. And, again, all those same things that you said existed a few years ago, and before the pandemic hit, the Lakers beat the Clippers. I'm right now I'm trying to address your point about Kawhi always giving LeBron James problems. And LeBron was look well that night when he beat, and then when they came back into the bubble, they beat him again before the quote-unquote playoffs started. So I think I don't think LeBron always has hyper focus in some of these regular season games as the Clippers do because of the dynamic between the Lakers and Clippers. It's always seemed like the Clippers are trying to punch up to the bigger brother. But I think when you get a more detailed,
is that their fault though?
Say that again.
Is that their fault?
No, it's not their fault. I'm just saying. Again, I'm just saying you can.
No, I'm saying is that the Lakers' fault? They should be getting up for those games too.
Yeah, true. But again, those don't get you nothing. They don't get you nothing but regular season wins. That's all it's got.
They've been losing these last couple seasons. They need those wins.
I get that point, but we're just speaking hypothetical if they meet in the playoff going forward. That's what I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. I'm only using the reference points I can use for history. And then if we're gonna do the hypothetical going forward, that's the only thing I can refer back to. And yeah, they done beaten 10 times. And even that, I think the year that the Lakers won that year, again, the Clippers that started the season off blowing them out. And at the end of the day, the Lakers won the last 2 matchups that year when they seen them, and then we didn't get to see them in the playoff series like we wanted. Going like you said, but the next year the Clippers blowing them out again. But again, Anthony Davis was hurt in and out the lineup. LeBron was in and out the lineup.
Okay, but brother, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What the hell?
How is it any different you going back to a regular season game than BJ going to a regular season game that happen more frequently? More recently, I mean.
Yeah, but what I'm showing you then is the same thing existed then a few years ago, and the Lakers still won.
Oh God.
The Lakers still, and then with that being said, the Lakers still beat them the last 2 times.
But that was a regular season game, just like the ones he talking about.
I know. I haven't moved from that point. Again, but I already said I'm using the regular season games as a reference point because we don't have no playoff history to go off between the two. So I'm going back to the regular season.
But we do have more recent.
Yeah,
but
and that's what I'm trying to say.
My point saying I'm saying that we can use that. What I'm saying, but that don't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. Like I'm giving you the regular season wins.
How does older games mean more than newer games, though? That's why I'm confused.
It's not that they mean more. What I'm trying to show you is the history of them beating them. Like right now, if you saying that you going off recent history, they're beating them, and they beating them convincingly. Which this Laker team is not as good this year. But I'm trying to show you a track history or show you a record that the Clippers are pretty much have always beaten them at this later iteration of them. But yet at the end of the day, it meant nothing. Now, I'm not saying it means nothing going forward this year. I'm saying we haven't seen it yet. So we just doing hypotheticals going forward. But if we're gonna just use history says the Clippers have beaten them and beaten them convincingly recently. But when it came down to the come down, the Lakers were the ones that prevailed. So that's all I'm saying. Like, it's not that these last games don't mean anything, but we haven't seen the conclusion of this yet. So we still hypothetically, we just hypothetical right now. But I'm saying if we just use history, what does history says about when this happens? What history says the Lakers have at least become champions and beat them the last 2 times when it became time to focus on those games. Now that don't mean that's gonna happen again this year. And I also,
See, that's where you lose me at though, right there. When you said when it comes time to focus on those still with regular season games though, that they beat us. It hasn't happened in the playoffs. I get that part. But
he just don't want to admit that the Clippers are better. He's turning to the left, turning to the right, turning back, turning around. Clippers are just better, brother.
I gave you that. I said the Clippers are better. I said this team, again, the hypothetical is with Kyrie Irving. This team, the Clippers are clearly better than the Lakers, and they've been better the last 2 seasons.
So why do you have to bring up that they beat us when it mattered? They didn't beat us when it mattered. We never played.
Again, I used the language of saying when he got his hyper focus, because the only reason I went back to that point then was because the Clippers had beat the Lakers twice, I think, prior to that. And then in that last game before COVID.
Okay, you said hyper focus, right? You said hyper focus.
Yeah, and I was saying that was quote unquote that weekend, because everybody was saying the Lakers needed to beat not only just the Clippers that weekend, if you remember, it was the Milwaukee Bucks. And they were saying this is gonna tell us about how much the Lakers are really
media, dog. Listen to what I'm saying.
Again, but we all follow the media narratives. So it's not like we don't do that.
You said hyper focus, right? You said hyper focus, right?
If you want to change the language, attention got there.
No, this is what you said. This is what you said.
I know. I'm just saying, if you want to change the language, that's fine. I don't want you to get stuck on hyper focus, though.
Okay. Going back to what you said, though, you said hyper focus. What happened the last couple of seasons when LeBron said he was turning on playoff mode?
Didn't go well for him.
There we go.
But that was before he got Anthony Davis, remember? And that was coming off the injury.
It was after too.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Energy, remember? Keep that same energy, remember?
Oh, that's fine. They didn't make it. I don't know what to tell you on that one. But that
I'm surprised he's not talking about when Kobe used to beat the Clippers.
But y'all say nothing, but the Clippers still have not done anything. And I don't want to disrespect the Clipper fan, but at the end of the day, y'all still are punching up, and we still got to watch y'all do it too.
Yeah, we punching up, but we punching up really good.
That's
fine, but you got to get it done at some point.
I want to jump in real quick. So
I agree.
My thing, what I was trying to say basically is no denying the Clippers got to win a championship. They got to win a championship. They got to be able to this roster. This is championship or bust for the Clippers this year. That's what I expect. I think the problem is though when it comes to the Lakers. That's why I said their problem is not winning. Their problem is being the Clippers. If you look throughout the West, the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Kings, the Mavs. All these teams, these top tier teams, they can beat these teams because they have the formula, they have the big men to do it. They cannot beat whether it's season or playoffs. Take it from a player, you're not going to wait to the playoffs to beat a team. This whole we got to do it in the bro. If they can beat the Clippers, they would have already done it already.
Chicago
like 10
Bulls,
times,
Miami Heat. Chicago Bulls, Miami Heat.
10 straight times is a big enough sample size for me to see, like, okay, you've won. The Clippers have won with Kawhi there, Kawhi not there. They've won with Paul George there, Paul George not there. They've won with both guys there, and the Lakers full three-man team. They've won in every single combination. That's why the only reason I say they have not been able to figure them out. And I think that's when Laker fans say, like, well, the Clippers get up to the Lakers. That to me is just saying, like, you don't want to admit, and I'm not talking about you, Brother Mark, but I'm saying they have this notion that the Clippers are trying to get up to the Lakers. Well, shouldn't you be getting up for them too? I have a little brother. If he keeps beating my ass one-on-one, I'm not going to be taking, he gets up. I'm going to show him who's the older brother. If you really have the team to beat the Clippers, the Lakers would have done it already. I see them play against the Clippers. They be trying to win them damn games. They're not just looking at like, this is just a regular season. No. LeBron's frustrated on the bench, not talking to people. Anthony Davis, you know what I'm saying, crying after that Reggie Jackson when he was crip walking on the court. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to shed tears. Russell Westbrook getting crossed by Reggie Jackson to the point where he tried to trip. Bro, they trying to win them damn games. So the one thing I hate hearing is when Laker fans say, well, it's a regular season. No, you be trying to win them damn games. But they can always have the bubble to come back to say, well, you didn't do it in the bubble. That's true. The Clippers did not do it in the bubble. They failed. They choked.
I'm not gonna lie, BJ. That's a huge coffee stain on the
Yeah,
white.
Yeah, but y'all don't bring up 21 though.
They choked in that bubble, and the problem is it wasn't the Lakers that did it. That's why I say the Lakers have given me no faith they can beat this Clipper team. You basically went against the Nuggets, who beat them after a 3-1 meltdown, but you didn't beat the Clippers. The Lakers didn't beat the Clippers. They have not beaten them.
Not gonna lie, BJ.
That's not showing they can really beat this team in the series.
Not gonna lie, BJ. That's not a good mindset for the Clippers. Like the fact, I honestly, I do believe the Clippers try to play their best when they do see the Lakers. I don't think they show that same energy when it comes to other elite teams in the West. And that's a problem. Like you can't be like, yeah, we got a favorable matchup against one of the elite teams. What about the other 4 or 5?
I agree. And
that's not even counting. That's not even counting the elite teams in the East.
No, what I think it is more so, sir, like I told you, the main team the Clippers have problems is the Nuggets. That's the one team I see. When everybody's healthy, I feel like that's the one team they have not cracked. I feel like they can beat everybody else. I feel like in a 7-game series, they will beat every other team. But that Nuggets series, they have not solved because of Jokic's playmaking, as well as Jamal Murray's aggressiveness and Aaron Gordon as well. They have a well-rounded team. So they got to figure that code out. The same way the Clippers look at the Nuggets is the same way I see the Lakers look at the Clippers. They just have problems with that team, bro. They have the style of play they play, it just can't beat them. So if that's the case, why is it cool when people say the Clippers can't beat the Nuggets, but when it comes to the Clippers and Lakers, oh, it's a regular season game? Same shit. You can't beat them niggas. That's what it comes down to.
I don't subscribe to that though, as far as because again, if you remember that Miami Heat team lost 4 times to Chicago Bulls, and we all
straight between 2 years.
So we know what happened at the end. Like I get it. Yeah, regular season games do matter, and both teams do want to win. But there's a different attention to detail in the playoffs. And again, I don't know what the Lakers.
There's truth in that.
I don't know what the Lakers and Clippers look like in the playoffs. So you're right. Again, if we had to just bet based on what we've seen, yeah, you're right. The Clippers should be the favorites. Just based on previous performance. Again, I just don't want to base it only on their regular season wins. And all I know is the Clippers, for whatever reason, they're having problems getting to where they need to get to, whether it's injury and heck, Luka by himself almost beat him. So if y'all get Luka this year, will y'all beat him third time?
Nah, here's the thing, and also I want to say this as well. This is why I was going back to the whole Kawhi and LeBron thing. Kawhi has owned LeBron in the season. The playoffs, he has the edge over him as well. When I watched them play against each other.
What do you mean, BJ? You talking about team wins or individual performance?
Team win, whether you want to talk about pass in the Spurs, whether with the Clip, bro, he's been owning LeBron in the wins.
Team wins.
But he's the leader of that team. So that's why I say he owns him. At the end of the day, it comes down to what, as a star player,
making it tough on him too. Don't try to act like he ain't did nothing in it.
Yeah,
no. That's why I'm asking BJ. That's what I'm asking. Are you referring to team wins or individual performances?
Well, that ties into each other. Because my thing is, again, I just see LeBron face Kawhi, bro. He just, like how you say the Clippers don't go after these certain teams.
He ain't the same.
That's the
LeBron.
Same way I look at LeBron. I'm like, he ain't really going at him the way, like, that's from a basketball mindset. I'll be watching them games. I'm like, bro, he ain't going at him like he goes at a lot of these other cats. He ain't talking trash. He's not doing all that.
Can I give you recent evidence then?
Huh?
Can I give you recent evidence then? If he doesn't go at him, like I'm just saying, like
I kind of just tell, bro, when a player can kind of just, I just think he's a little bit different. I remember Elder, he's a Laker fan, saying this on a stream with Kareem. He said he don't go at him like that. And this is a Laker fan. Elder doesn't even like the Clippers. He don't even like Kawhi.
Elder don't like LeBron, but he likes the Lakers.
Elder not a LeBron fan.
Yeah, Elder has stood up for LeBron though,
because he's on the Lakers.
Yeah,
he said it multiple times.
Like
we literally have been on multiple panels saying he literally been verbatim saying, "I don't like LeBron, but the fact that he's on the Lakers now, I have no choice but to cheer for him."
Yeah, that's
my point is he's being honest. He's not. I don't look at him saying like he just say, "Oh, I don't like LeBron." This is a lot. I think he's being honest. I see the same shit. I don't think he goes
I see the same shit
the
too.
same way he goes everybody else.
No. And I'm just saying that's all. I just asked a simple question: was it based off team wins or individual performances? Because even individually, yes, he's not. No, that's the thing about great players. No, like great players aren't going to be their quote unquote normal selves against other great players. Sometimes they regress. Sometimes they elevate. It depends on what. Well, I'm saying with LeBron's case, it is competitive both ways. Like I'm not like both guys give each other problems, and I'm just being objective.
Stats.
Both. If you want to go result, only thing you can say that's not definitive, that's not debatable is result of team wins. But if you watch those games, now I'm saying if you watch those games, which BJ you did, and then you go over those games with the stats, you can obviously see that both of those guys were competitive both one another. There was no little brother either way, in my opinion.
I disagree, bro. I think LeBron don't be going, and you gotta look at it like this: who is he scoring those points up against? Who is he scoring them? Who is he doing against? Is he doing against guys like Marcus Morris? Is he doing against? I watched him against. I'm like, he ain't going at Kawhi like I expect LeBron to go at Kawhi.
He don't.
I see Kawhi going at him. I see Kawhi going at LeBron. I don't see LeBron going at Kawhi like
see
that.
Most players going at LeBron though. That's every game thing for LeBron. Like most players that
and he'll go back at everybody.
He goes back at them.
But
I've seen LeBron go back at Kawhi though. So when y'all say that, I don't know what y'all looking at when y'all say y'all don't see that. I seen it. Like
when
every time again, I just try to give you the last time they played each other and that year when you say it was just media narrative, but clearly LeBron then was listening to it. And what happened? LeBron went at Kawhi to the point, even on the last play of the game, we seen what happened.
That was one play, man. Come on now.
Okay, so what happened? I don't have the highlights. I didn't expect to have this conversation.
What's been happening though the last 3 years?
On goal.
What has been happening the last 3 years? What has been happening other than that bubble? What has happened the last eight to 10 meetings? Like what's
Lakers
going
have
on?
been terrible though. Period. The Lakers been getting beat by everybody.
LeBron before he got to the Lakers, what was he doing? He wasn't going at Kawhi like that. He don't go at Kawhi like that. That's a fact, man.
That's not a fact. That's your opinion, but I get it. I get why you say it, but
the numbers say it too, though. The numbers say it too, though.
Okay, I mean, look, I know LeBron. Is he probably a little less efficient? Well, look, Kawhi's a great defender, so we're not gonna act like he's not a great defender, and he always gets up for LeBron. But then, what we gonna say about when Iguodala holds LeBron?
The numbers don't actually help you out, bro. It's just
like I don't know, like great defenders, that's what they do. But at the end of the day, LeBron seems somehow to get his 28, 8, and 7 or whatever it is. Now, team wins, you're right. Kawhi, as of recently, getting them. But as an individual matchup, LeBron still gets his. And Kawhi, all his points don't come on LeBron either. There's a lot of switching going on because it's a switch-heavy league. It just is what it is. But Kawhi gets the advantage because his team is winning as of recently as far as regular season matchups. But 10, 15 years from now, nobody's going to be remembering talking about these individual regular season matchups. They're going to be like, what was done in the playoff and who did win?
They will if we get this championship. They will.
Yeah.
Kawhi has the opportunity if he can get a championship this year. You win 3 titles with 3 different teams. I'm gonna let the next brother Jay Boogie come in right now. But if he's able to win a championship with this Clipper organization, you understand what that does for his legacy. If he wins this championship and possibly can continue on, bro, like his career, he's gonna be one of the weirdest players we evaluate because his numbers are not eye popping, but when it comes to the playoffs and what he does, it's just
accomplishments. It will be.
Yeah,
accomplishments will be.
You're right. We'll wait and see. You know, playoffs about to be around the corner. We'll see what happens.
That's all we can do.
Got Jay Boogie. What's good, man?
Salute, 3 capital S's, blessings, health, and happiness to you, great men of honor doing what you do. Shout out to you and your network, your channel. I just it came across me. I subscribed to it. I like button it. Just want you to know, at times when you do go live, I will, be tuning in. Don't know if I'll always be able to come up here, but I will tune in. I like your style, your setup, and everything. I like, what you got going on. Shout out to your chat. Everybody rocking what you're doing.
Bless you, brother.
Shout out to all the greatest people. I hope you're in the greatest form of health and happiness. Anybody that's going through anything in life, we don't pray that you only go through it. We also ask and pray that you get through it. I just like your setup and everything you got going on. Y'all men look like y'all doing some real good things. And happy 23 to anybody on your side of the town that hasn't been, mentioned in the 23. I like what y'all talking about. Y'all on some Kawhi, y'all on some LeBron. The last thing I heard my man said to talk about the switches, that's the problem in the NBA with the Clippers. This is the reason why everybody don't want to play the Clippers. Everybody pray against the Clippers is please don't let them be healthy. If they're completely healthy, they're the most dominant, threatening team it is in the league. And I'm a Knicks fan, but I love the game. I sat there and watched Kawhi last night, very close range. Kawhi was not even playing the basketball game last night. What Kawhi was doing, he was practicing his game. He was trying to get his timing right. He was trying to work on his move. So some guys, they practice off the court, but this guy was actually practicing in the game, trying to get himself together because he know what the bigger pitch is. He know what he want to do, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only team in the league, not only that could switch, that's the only team that got at least 7 guys that could switch and recover. They could have out on the floor only 5 of them at all times. And those same 5 guys, they got the same 5 guys can all put the ball on the floor at the same time. They all can create, they all can shoot, they all can dribble, penetrate, and they know the game of basketball. Then you got a 2-time MVP with at least 3 championships, and you also got another championship dude with Norman Powell who knows and understands how to play the game. He knows how to play with Kawhi. That's why Kawhi really is trying to go get Ibaka. He's trying to bring him over there. At worst, he's trying to get his man Van Fleet or Kyle Lowry because he know he got chemistry with them. But them guys is on a mission to win a championship. They don't win. They don't care nothing about the regular season. They don't care nothing about, or who's the better player, who's not the better player. Only thing they want to do is get to the playoffs and make sure they healthy. I do believe in my heart if the dude Ingle doesn't bang into Kawhi that year and Kawhi tears his thing out, they're going to win. Phoenix Suns is not going to be there. You know what I'm saying? These guys right here are a pure threat to the league right now. You know what I'm saying? I like what they're going on. You know what I'm saying? I just love their game, their style, and everything. So I just want to come in and channel in with y'all. You know how y'all rocking. Kyrie, he wants up out of there. Y'all know he wants up out of there. He wants some money. But more important than the money, he don't like the fact that the man told him, yo, you got to win a championship for me to give you some money. Nah, we don't do it like that. You don't do it you don't threaten nobody. So that right there hurts Kyrie more than anything where he want to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And they looking for a trade, anything that can happen. But the problem is KD. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do with KD? KD, quite sure he doesn't like the situation. But then again, KD, I'm going to point it out to you. This is your fault. That year when you was a free agent, you was the best player in the league. You had the option to tell anybody in the league that was free to, yo, come go with me. I want to go to the Knicks. And I'm not trying to make it a Knicks-Brooklyn thing, but you choose to go follow behind somebody. I've never seen a person that's the best player at number 1 and doing anything choose to go follow anybody else that he's over. And that's the thing about KD. He shows too many times that I'm not a leader, but I prefer to follow. I followed the Golden State. I followed the Brooklyn. I follow anywhere. When is KD going to lead his own situation? His own situation that he had was in, OKC. He dropped out of high school with that and left that after they was up 3-1 in the series. So right now, KD need to get his thing intact and figure out and know who he is as a player, as a leader. That's why he don't have the torch to carry the rest of the league, knowing that he's the best basketball player, but he's not a lead person to carry the torch. And right now, I think LeBron's going to pass that to Steph Curry right now anyway. But you know what I'm saying? I really don't care too much about what Brooklyn doing. You know what I'm saying? That's a New York thing, you know what I'm saying? But basketball, I do know the Clippers right now, they're a deadly threat. Everybody's pretty much hoping that they don't, you know what I'm saying, be healthy. Draymond Green, he's scared totally to death of Kawhi. Because Dre like to talk, run his mouth on the court and everything. You talking to a mummy when you play against Kawhi. Kawhi ain't say not one word last night. Not one word. And good as that game was, hype as it was and the atmosphere was, Kawhi won't even out there talking. It's about business. I'm trying to get informed. I'm trying to get in shape, get my coordination, get my timing, you know what I'm saying? Get all my touches and everything, my shot, everything, my defense, everything, my cycle of the whole complete game. Kawhi was on a mission, and it's going to carry over to the playoff. And I want to see them healthy because I want to see everybody healthy. Fight for real. I don't want to see no injuries, no matter. I want to see who's the best team for real, for real. That's what I like to see.
Well, I want to say
point, brother.
New York, hey, shout out to New York. You know what I'm saying? All my New York homies.
Yo,
man,
my New Yorkers, we got to give y'all love today.
I always tell them, I always tell my boys from Brooklyn, I say, they talk to the point where they don't take a breath.
Hell
like that's they don't take no breaths at all, bro. That's why I'll be like, yeah, I can rock with New York.
I rock
Shout out to New
like
York.
they,
Shout out to
like
y'all,
they
man.
in a rap cycle.
I like New York, but the Knicks trash.
The Knicks. The reason why K didn't go to the Knicks because they didn't offer him a max. They didn't offer him 4 years, which is crazy. That's why he didn't go. But yeah, I agree with most of everything else you said, bro. But except for the Clippers thing, no one fears a healthy Clippers team. No one.
How about this? I don't know nobody fears them.
Nobody fears that. Nobody fears that. See, what people do fear, hold on. What people do fear, they fear teams that are proving. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I would say this team fears a healthy Bucks team, you know why? They proven they can get the job done. If I say a team is fearful of a healthy Warriors team, you know why? Because they proven to get the job done. Even the Lakers, if I can say a healthy Lakers team can even be contenders, that's a problem. You know why? Because they proven to get the job done. So when you say the league fears a healthy Clippers team, I get it. They got multiple wings.
Respect them.
They got Kawhi PG.
Respect them.
They got a championship. They actually the guy that actually won that has championship acumen and continues contender experience like Ty Lue on that coaching staff. Mm-hmm. But I don't think teams fear them. Why should they?
Respect them.
Okay. Outside, because this is what happens. This is why I say they fear them. Because like my man Jay Boogie said, he's a Knicks fan because there's no bias with him. They are the team. Everybody says, let them be healthy. Let them be healthy. Let them be healthy. Now, here's the problem, though. There's other teams in the league that are injury prone as well. But it comes to the Clippers, it's always that same sentiment. If they are healthy. What is the jokes people keep saying about Kawhi Leonard? Is he going to be there for the playoffs? That's telling me. You know what he is in the playoffs when it gets down to crunch time. Now, people are going to bring up the bubble. I understand that. But if his whole history, what he is in the playoffs, is a killer in those moments. And I say people say they feel the Clippers because of what they have in their depth. And I think there's one team in the Western Conference, in my opinion, that gives them trouble, and that's the Denver Nuggets. I feel like they can beat everybody else. I think it's going to be a competitive series against the Warriors, the Grizzlies, all them teams, the Pelicans. But I feel like they have the formula to beat those teams. The Nuggets are that one team, though, the Clippers have trouble with because of Jokic. And I think, though, Kawhi Leonard, if you put him on any of these teams, you have a championship player, you have a chance to win a championship. And I think he's that one guy you don't want to face when it comes to crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
No one's scared of the Lakers, bro. No one's scared of the Lakers.
No. The whole argument is like no one's scared.
Nobody is. You're right.
No one's scared. Nobody. Not the
What's
Grizzlies,
your team, Sturdy?
not the Nuggets. I don't have a team. That's why I don't lose. Not the Nuggets, not the Warriors, not the Bucks, not the Celtics. None of them teams.
He ain't got no team.
None of them.
That's how he stay safe.
You're not sturdy with that take. He
a closeted Orlando fan, though, y'all. He a closeted Orlando fan.
Don't allow me, brother.
Now watch this. Tish said, didn't Giannis just drag them down from 21 in the third to beat the Clippers? This is the problem that people are not seeing.
Yeah, he did.
The Clippers, as bad as Kawhi and PG played, they lost by 1 point.
Right.
It took Giannis scoring 54 points. Y'all not paying attention to this. It took that man scoring 54 points to beat that team. So I'm like, are you sure they play the Bucks again on Friday? Are y'all sure that's a good thing that Giannis did all that to win?
No,
Giannis stay healthy,
though. Like we can't do that because I mean that again,
no, that's the thing, BJ. That's the thing. Like he actually won injured. Like that's I fear the Bucks because they proven to get the job hurt. They're proven to be a contender healthy. Like, and then most important, they proven to get the job done.
Yeah, once they get healthy,
You for Giannis,
the
you
Bucks
for
are a
Giannis.
problem.
Hey, BJ, and you love. And let's use the recent result. What happened last game?
No, I think you fear Giannis. You don't fear the Bucks. You don't fear the Bucks. You fear Giannis.
Well, why you don't fear the Bucks? I mean, that's a complete team when healthy. Especially,
I don't fear a team. I don't fear a top 5 defending team in the league.
And
I
Drew
don't.
Holiday,
why-
he's not
here's
as
why I
healthy right now
say-
either.
I say the Clippers, and they showed it the other night, and they're gonna play again on Friday. We're gonna see. Giannis, you take Rick. Giannis is a Rick guy. Rick is a Giannis guy. You take Giannis off that team. What are they?
Oh, they doo trash. I don't like watching them.
Hold on, I'll tell you what they are. Without Giannis, they get. Hold on, without Giannis, they beat the Atlanta Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals to get to the finals. Without Giannis, they still have 2 All-Star. Actually, they have 3 All-Star caliber players.
Atlanta Hawks. Okay.
You said the Atlanta Hawks 30.
No. You asked me a question. I'm responding with facts. Without Giannis, those last 2 games, they got the job done, right?
Yeah, without Giannis, that's the thing.
Without Giannis, they still do have 3 All-Star caliber players. That right?
Who?
Well, Middleton is coming back off the injury.
Statistically, in the games that without Giannis, they still remain one of the top 5 defenses in the league.
Okay, well, what happened last in the playoffs against the Boston Celtics? It was essentially Giannis without Chris Middleton, and he got no offensive help outside of Drew Holiday. None of those players helped him offensively. So I'm saying you nullify Giannis by himself or without his running mate Chris Middleton, they fall dramatically. Giannis was literally doing everything on the court, and his greatness pushed that series to 7 games. My point is with the Bucks, without Giannis Antetokounmpo, they have really no leverage. Let's say you take Kawhi and PG off the Clippers. We've seen it. They still can make the playoffs. They can still be a 7 seed. With Giannis not on, especially with the Eastern Conference, Giannis on the Bucks not there for a whole season, the Bucks are not making the playoffs.
So hypothetical. So
hold on, but this is the thing. Are we talking about regular season? Or are we talking about getting the job done? Because the last time I seen Kawhi Lee get hurt in the middle of a series, they lost against the Phoenix Suns. So again, you can't. None of these teams can lose their best or second best player and actually win anything.
real quick.
They got hurt against the Jazz, and they went 4-4 without Kawhi.
They're still competitive though.
They went 4-4.
They were competitive and lost at the end of the day, though. Competitiveness means nothing at the end of the day.
See BJ, I'm responding to you with facts. I'm not.
All those games was close too.
Yeah, they eventually lost though. Like so, you take
and they got a winning record. And they got a winning record out of Giannis this year.
Phoenix just barely got by the Clippers too, just barely.
But they got by.
I thought a win was a win.
Yeah,
it's a win.
A win is a win.
You're saying this is why I say I don't fear the Bucks like this. If it took all that for them to beat and you say you don't fear the Clippers after that one, bro.
No, exactly, BJ. I don't fear them because Chris Middleton wasn't good.
I think, bro, but Chris Middleton did play.
Even though he wasn't healthy. That's 100% Chris Middleton.
But no, it's not. But is Chris Middleton better than Paul George?
In moments,
no.
Oh, in clutch moments, I definitely take Chris Middleton on Paul George.
No, we talking
10
about
times out of 10
overall basketball player. Is Chris Middleton better than Paul George?
Is a better number 2?
An 8-time All-Star that's going to be going to the All-Star this year. Is he better than Paul George?
He's a better number 2.
Though. You see Paul George be in the All-Star game this year, though? In your honest opinion?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, come on, man. Let's be honest.
I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think so. But hell no, Chris Middleton ain't better than Paul George.
Okay.
I ain't say that.
I'm with you on that part. Yeah.
He ain't touching Paul George.
But I would say this: Paul George, as of recently, his clutch time, or whatever you want to say it, he's been shined away. You know, again, that's one of his downfalls as well. That's why Kawhi is needed on the court. You know, again, Chris Middleton has shown he can. When the Giannis missed, he has shown I can get this team the 2 wins that we need to move on to our best player come back. He's shown that.
But PG didn't do that in 21.
He
beat the Jazz.
4-4 is okay.
Yeah, he got to the Jazz, and I'm giving him credit for that. I'm not gonna take that away.
And took the Suns to 6 games.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, 4-4. He went 4-4.
He did.
Against
Hey,
top
Will,
quality
Y'all keep bending me.
competition.
Forget about that year, though. Y'all bring up the bubble.
I just said he did it. I didn't say
I ain't break up
I
nothing.
gave it
I ain't
to
break
you.
up no bubble.
I gave it to you.
Yo, you
I
see,
ain't
bro.
break up nothing.
I think more Chris Middleton as a third option. Even though he won it under Giannis as a second option, I look at him more as a third option than a
And
second.
BJ, let's say we give you that, right? That is a problem. The fact that you have a guy like Chris Middleton as your third option, that is a problem. On a team that's going to give you top 3 defense in the regular season or postseason, that's going to be the best rebounding team in the regular season or the postseason, with most importantly, championship experience.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
man.
Giannis is a
I'm
problem. Right?
saying I fear a team like that if they 100% healthy.
I fear more so Giannis. I don't really fear the Bucks. I fear Giannis.
Just like
not the
you
Bucks.
said, Kawhi give Braun problems. Kawhi is a problem. Giannis is a problem for Kawhi, and we seen it the other night. Hello.
Wait. You sure you want to do that, brother Amari?
Yeah, y'all want to do that because again, this Giannis now, not the Giannis of 19 and 18, but once he get going downhill,
1918.
whatever the year that hit that shot on
19 when they hit
It
on
was in the 2000s.
the year that built the wall on Giannis. Again, because Giannis didn't have the players he has now, and he's not the player that he is now. This Giannis, again, he's still not a great shooter. But you seen what happened in that again. I'm not trying to make that last game bigger than what it is, but if we're gonna just use references, we seen the Giannis, he was having a hard time. But once Giannis started getting downhill and they started just leaving him wide open and he's hitting the shot, he's a problem. That didn't matter what defender they threw at Giannis, he got what he wanted.
Well,
He ain't gonna do that every game.
I disagree with that. When Kawhi didn't start guarding Giannis to like the last stretch of the game, last 2 minutes of the game, and he didn't score after that. So what happened was that they kept putting Zubac and they kept putting Robert Covington and Terrence Mann was on them. These guys can't guard Giannis. We know Giannis is a dominant player. But when Kawhi guarded him that last 2 stretch of that game, which should have been Kawhi on Giannis throughout the whole fourth, he didn't score. So I gotta see Friday what happens.
I think that's the reason why he don't put him on the beginning of 4 because if you want to use the last 2 minutes, that's fine. I guess but if you put Kawhi on Giannis the whole 4th quarter, that is not advantageous for Ty Lue's defense and our Kawhi. That's the reason why you probably use him the last 2 minutes. Because if you put him on there in the beginning of the 4th, like we're talking, he's gonna accumulate fouls because Giannis is gonna do that whether he gets the 2 points or not. He is accumulating fouls, and he whether you like it or not, he wears on people. Even someone like Kawhi with the knees now, you don't want Kawhi doing that. Like nobody wants their best defender doing that anymore. Not just Kawhi. So I'm not even gonna charge Kawhi with that. You don't want your best defender doing that, especially one that has the problems that Kawhi has. So if you want to go down to the last 2 minutes, that's fine. But at the end of the day, the gravity that Giannis still pulled, they still got the win.
Well, that's fair. I mean, I gotta see the game on Friday.
That's fair. That's fair.
To see what happens.
So you went to the bubble on LeBron, but then you went to a regular season on Giannis. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Look, all I know is when I get the Gatorade Cup on 2K23, Giannis still winning.
Let me just say, you said I went to the bubble because I was only using. I used the bubble for a reason though, like, and I also gave BJ when he said I used no point in me arguing that because I said since the bubble I said the Clippers have been better, so there's no need for me to even use it because it's a mute point. They've been better. I used the bubble and right before the bubble, before COVID happened, I was using that because that was, as you say, a media narrative thing, but it had the attention of the basketball world about the Lakers versus the Clippers that weekend and the Bucks that weekend. And people wanted to see the Lakers actually can they beat the Bucks and can they beat the Clippers that weekend? And also we know what happened. That's the only reason I went back there because we have no playoff history with Clippers versus Lakers. So I'm trying to keep everything in its proper context. and then that's it.
See,
I'm
brother,
gonna
all you gotta
say
do.
real quick, if you don't mind, I'm getting ready to hop off. You know what I'm saying? I'm born and raised out of New York. I live in North Carolina. John Wall is my man, so this is one of the games I had on the schedule. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could send you photos. I'm gonna post it up probably something later on Instagram. But being that I was there last night with the game, I must say to the Clippers, the guys that play on the Clipper team, man, they're so appreciated of the fans. You know, I was able to get a souvenir from Marcus Morris, even though he played for the Knicks. I was able to get a souvenir from Reggie Jackson. I tried to get them glasses, but he won't giving them up. So that tell me he ain't got one pair of them right there. But they was real appreciated the fans, you know what I'm saying? So I like when guys, you know, a lot of guys, they be all stuck up when they be at the game, don't want to deal with people, especially if you're on the road, or some be like that when they even at their own house. But I just wanted to, you know, shout out the Clippers for the game last night. I got to hop off. I'm with my family. Sorry about the small screen. I normally have a wide screen, but I'm in a hotel and I'm getting ready to go to the Philadelphia Sixers game. But like I said, I will be tuning into y'all show. I appreciate your show. And anytime, you know, anytime you have a donation symbol down there, I will donate to your channel. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to let y'all men keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Blessings of health and happiness to you. Always know to y'all and anybody.
God bless you, brother.
Yeah, any kids that might be listening, just know you can do and pursue and become anything it is in your life. Always remember and know that you're your own roadblock. Don't never stop nobody from your dreams. Once you take your head up off your pillow, that's life, that's yours. Your eyelids is unattached. You got health, you got strength. Go and pursue into any and every dream that you have in life. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. I want to shout out you can follow me on Instagram. I'm J. Boogie the Nick. You can catch me on the Close of the Nick Fan TV. I'll be on For the Love of the Game. That's the number 4 with the ORUR. I'll be pretty much on all channels, you know what I'm saying, anything that with the Knicks, you know what I'm saying. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm also the only one that has ever dropped the album on any type sports team. I just dropped Pulling Up the 3. I'm getting ready also just dropped the Knicks in the Booth. J Boogie presents Knicks in the Booth, you know what I'm saying. So I'll be doing musical content just straight up on our squad. I don't be talking about the street stuff, just all bars, straight up on the Knicks, all bars, point blank. But y'all men have a great weekend. Happy Valentine's to you and your couples. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't married, you got a relationship, put a ring on it. You're with her through COVID and everything. Show her that you love her, man. But y'all men continue up staying healthy and safe. Blessings to y'all. Salute, salute, salute. Capital S.
Blessings,
bro.
No doubt.
Blessings.
Damn, he covered everything. I didn't hear Easter, but go ahead.
Hey, Dominique Brown, what's good, Dom? What's good?
Yo, salute. I don't even know the topic we really talking about.
Like a good dude. No, we were just cooking the Clippers as usual. You know what I'm saying?
The Kyrie Irving situation, and also chime in with the what team should he go to and all that stuff, man.
I mean, the Clippers that'd be a solid fit. I mean, y'all still will probably need maybe another. I don't know. I mean, Zubac is cool, but sometimes I just think he's not tough enough. Like, he's a little soft, but I mean that'd be a nice balanced roster. You got a guard and you got wings, but I mean that's pretty much all I got on that. I mean, the Clippers, of course, if you go to the Lakers, that'll probably be like the best fit. But I mean, how many superstars do LeBron need at this point? So it's just starting to get crazy. So.
Yeah, that's the first question.
Oh, so it's LeBron fault, huh? Not the Lakers.
He didn't say it was LeBron's fault.
No, but
Kyrie a superstar?
He said, "How many superstars do we need?"
Wait, Kyrie a superstar?
Again, that's how many
stars do we need? And that's why I want to chime in on too, man. Like, what do y'all think about? Because LeBron fans used to, get on Kyrie Irving. You think it's kind of weird though that they want him back to play with LeBron?
They switch it up all the time.
I don't know, because again, we act like this is not something like out of the blue. They have been mended fences before now, like, so it's not like it's like Kyrie is already mended their fences a couple of years ago. So that's what happens when you mend a relationship. Sometimes you want to get the game back together if you can. So to act like this is just something out of the blue, that now Kyrie is available, now LeBron wants him back, and now the LeBron fans are certainly forgiving Kyrie. Again, as a LeBron fan, I never hate Kyrie, and Sturdy and Mingo Justin can attest to this. I've been Kyrie's #1 supporter, particularly his social and political stances outside of the NBA. So I don't if this maybe this is a better question for a different LeBron fan, but I never created a schism between the two. So I don't. But to answer the question as an overall, I mean, we've been wanting Kyrie back with LeBron. Again, if we just want to talk about last year when Kyrie was looking for trade partners, we were talking about him coming to the Lakers then. Remember, this ain't just happened just now. Remember when in the off season in the summertime, Lakers fans were asking Kyrie when you'll become a Laker. What was his answer? I don't know. Soon. Yeah, obviously, it didn't happen. Again, if we go back before that, again, LeBron and Kyrie been tagging each other on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, playing with the idea of playing with each other again. So that thing that was at the beginning of their relationship once Kyrie left has already been solved. It's just been about time and situation if they can ever do it again. And right now, Kyrie is in a position where he can possibly make it happen again. We'll see. He might be the Clipper, might be a Dallas Maverick, but we'll find out.
Didn't Kyrie come out and say that that the media was the one that was like pretty much like blew up that whole like friction between him and LeBron?
Yeah, on the shop or something. Yeah. I don't know whether to take him at his word or not, because some things are, you say things for television consumption. I don't know if there was really a beef there or not. I'm not in there. All I can go on is what we seen. And there seemed to be some type of friction, whether it was big as what the media said. I don't know. I think we all know Kyrie is an aloof personality. If he's not feeling something, he's not going to just go along to get along, to use Kwame Brown's reference. But again, whatever it is in his maturity state now, he's in a different place as far as a maturity now. And so I don't think those same type of thing ails him. So again, I don't know how big that beef was, or if there really was a beef, but there was a disconnect. We can all say I think we can all agree to that. If there was a disconnect, because he left. If there wasn't no disconnect, he could have just stayed, but he left, and whatever it is now, through the years, they're fine with just playing with each other again. So that's all that matters at this point.
All right, we've been close the show down, man. Wind it down, man. Got any lasting comments before we and the show has been a great stream, man. If y'all not already, like, share, subscribe the video. Also the Cash App, PayPal right there in the ticker, y'all can see. Cash App, $ BJ Matthews, PayPal, Project Masters. Any lasting comments before we end the show, y'all?
I have one more question because I forgot to ask when I chimed in. Do y'all think Ty Lue has any leverage with this Kyrie trade possibility?
I'll let somebody else answer that question.
The championship.
For is with Kyrie or with the front office?
To me, well, since you put it like that, I'm like, I think because I feel like in that situation, he would be like the bridge of communication between Kyrie and the front office and management as a whole.
Yeah, he got leverage. I mean, I don't want to say leverage, but he got, some respect enough there with dealing with Kyrie and as a coach as the Clippers that they'll listen to him. And we're talking about a brain trusted people. So I would say the Clippers are a threat to get him because of Kyrie. So if we don't want to act like the Clippers ain't a threat to get him for those who are Lakers or Bron fans. As a Bron fan, look, the Clippers scare me about getting him because Ty Lue is there, and they have the management and the owner that's ballsy enough to make a pull. So whatever he has to do, he'll do it.
And not only that, I always say don't sleep on Jerry West. That man's mind
That's what I was saying.
Never stops working. Like he's always like in tune.
I want to say this too, man. If the Clippers get Kyrie Irving, something's gonna have to give. Somebody's gonna have to change their game up because pretty much Kyrie and Kawhi on the offensive end they kind of do the same thing, and it's a little bit like redundancy there. Like Kyrie he's small, like he's a guard size, but he kind of plays like a 2, like a wing almost. So I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to, change their game up a little bit.
Yeah,
Like who takes the last shot, Kawhi or Kyrie in that situation?
Oh, Kyrie.
That's why I think it's not worth it getting him, because you already got 3 prime 20-point scorers in Kawhi, PG, and Norm. And Norm's starting to get comfortable in his role. So the Clippers, to me, need a backup big more than a point guard. Y'all have heard my stance. I think John Wall should have been starting on this team. I think they gave him a short leash with the stats he's been averaging, with the time he's been given. I think he's been solid, but they just haven't given him the minutes he deserves. Give him 22 minutes and still averaging the numbers he's averaging, to me, is solid. And if you give him the time, if you give him the starting position of Reggie Jackson, I think he can be the point guard that they need. And I don't think Kyrie Irving is a legit point guard. Like Dominique said, he's a 2 guard in a point guard's body. He's he's a smaller version of Kobe. Yeah. Like that's what the Clippers need. They need a legit
with no defense.
With no defense.
Well, he can't play defense
when he wants to.
Oh yeah, when he wants to.
That's another cold word of he don't play defense. Like
no. Jokic don't play defense.
He's trying to be messy.
Hey, messy. That's a fact. But people say that, he play defense when he feel like it. When he can.
No, because he does. I've seen him play defense on Steph Curry.
Bro, he can play defense.
Oh my god.
Yeah, when Kyrie, like you said, when he wants to, but I do get Study's point though. Like when you want to, what does that mean when you want to? I mean, you should want
out of 100 games. Out of 100 games, he's gonna play defense 5 times. So that's what it means by that.
No, he played defense when you need him to play defense. Like when it's a crunch time moment, or like if it's a playoff series, he can sit in a chair and play defense. It's not like Jokic, how Jokic don't play no defense, or like Luka don't play no defense. It's not like them. And anyways, those guys can't play defense. At least we know he can play defense.
Yeah.
No. I literally saw him have his best game against game 1 against Boston Celtics. And guess what? He was one of the reasons why they even won that game. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
And on top of that, this notion that Jokic can't play defense. Jokic is not an elite defender. That's not what I'm saying. But he can play defense.
Jokic sucks at defense, bro. I've seen him play defense with my own eyes. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Jokic has hold on. Jokic, his hands are active. He can use his hands, and he's not going to be out of position defensively. He's going to be in the right position, but his lateral quickness is terrible. One move and you pass him.
Some exploited that in the playoffs on that pick and roll with Chris Paul, and they exploited his hips, and that's what they attacked his hips and they made him play D. Jokic is not. My definition of a defensive player is who can you stop? If I tell you, hey, go guard him, and I want you to slow him down, can you do it? I'm not telling Jokic that. I'm telling you stay far away from the most prime scorer as possible. Stay your ass in the paint, and you do them little pretty passes that you do. You know what I'm saying? Get the offense, but defense, you're allergic to that side of the ball. You're not playing defense over here.
Sit your ass in the big body.
Yeah.
We agree to disagree.
That's all I got to say. Greek freak.
Best player in the world, nigga.
And Greek freak ain't no best player in the world. No, but what's some real? If the Greek, I don't think Greek freak is better than Embiid. That's just me. I mean, it's all fun. It's all fun and games until you see them play each other.
Giannis is 5, man.
We're gonna have to get that on another stream, bro. I know that's gonna be a long conversation. We got to get another stream, but
that's how much of a fan I am. Giannis don't need no Buck players. Giannis in 5. Gatorade Cup.
How you outscore and get more rebounds than Paul George and Kawhi combined? That is impressive, man. Down 21, but hey,
Gatorade Cup, BJ with the Gatorade Cup.
Bad game.
Yeah, man, that boy from third world country, that man wanted, man. Giannis wants. Hey, man. Overseas cats, they different, bro.
Yo, when Giannis said on the interview one time, we had to share shoes. I said, that's my guy. That's my guy.
Take Brook Lopez off that team. Let's see how far they get.
It don't matter. Take care.
It's a first round exit.
They had a 3rd seed without him.
It's a first round exit.
Ain't Brook hurt right now?
Brook Lopez played yesterday.
Oh, he just came back from injury then.
Yeah, take him off that team. Let's see, because he do a lot of that defense, and y'all don't be watching it. Giannis get a lot of credit for a lot of things that he don't do. Giannis don't close. He don't anchor the paint. He don't do none of that. But yet, it's funny when I say Embiid is better than Giannis when Embiid does both of those things. Embiid does everything that Jokic and Giannis do, but he don't have none of the weakness that they have.
Well, I'll say this, bro. I'm gonna put it like this. Embiid should be better than Giannis and Jokic, in my opinion. I thought Embiid should have got the MVP last year. The problem is that he gotta get past the second round, bro. He got to. Because anybody, we keep saying how much Embiid has, his potential, and all he shows his skill set, which I agree with. He gotta get past the second round, bro. Got to.
A lot of ifs, a lot of shoulds. Ain't nothing happening.
Right.
But hey, man, everybody got their opinion. It's a good stream, BJ.
I'm happy that all LeBron fans are Kyrie fans now. And I know LeBron fans are in church today. That's why Young Africa is not there.
Right.
We're praying for Kyrie.
Boy, that Bron hate is strong, boy.
No, that Bron fact is strong. That Bron fact is strong. And I think Embiid is the best player right now. He's better than Giannis.
So funny.
Yeah, I would say so. But all right, man. Appreciate y'all.
Salute
coming.
everybody.
Salute,
All right, salute.
man. Salute.
All right, man.
Salute.
Go Clippers.
Go Clippers.
Ain't nobody afraid of the Clippers.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Hey, man, I love the strippers. Man, I love the strippers.
Hey, we'll be back on tonight, y'all, man. We'll be back on tonight.
All right. All right, BJ.
Yes, sir.
All right, Rick.
All right,
All right, man. Salute.
Hey, we got MJ real quick, man. What's your take, man? Got your last take.
Oh yeah, I was checking out your show, like your show, man. I'm in LA right now. Hey, I used to tell all my fans, even if we do get Kyrie, if they don't trade the guard, that little guard, Patrick Beverly, we're gonna lose anyway. Cause this dumb fool like to go small ball. And that's why he done lost 10 games from. I call him Darwin Scam. He scammed us. He's doing a Frank Vogel. So his name in LA, we all call him Darwin Scam. He scammed us. That's my last take.
All right.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Hit the like and subscribe button, man.
All right, thank you.
Sorry. But, man, all right, y'all. So that was the show. We concluded today, man. Had a lot of different fans in here, Dan. Different teams, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Rick, what you thought about the show, man?
Yo, man, my stuff has an update. Where the likes at? Where we at right now?
Let me see. We at, hold on, how many likes we at right now? I know we over 100 off of this stream. We are at 111 likes.
111. Everybody who contributed, thank you. Like I always say, me and B Jizzle, man, we do this for y'all, man. We love the sport of basketball. Everybody, all the new faces that came in today, everybody who contributed some money, everything that you guys do, we really do appreciate you. Appreciate your time, appreciate your takes, and we do mean that from the bottom of my hearts in all serious note. But yo, y'all know what it is, man. The Pull Up Basketball Podcast shirts, the red, the black, the white hoodies. We got the cutouts for the summertime coming around with the arms out, with the guns out. Ladies, we got y'all too. Hoodies, all that, sweaters, we got you. $30 a pop. As BJ always say, $ BJ Matthews, PayPal at Broderick Masters, affiliated with YouTube. Finally, people, we're trying to do big things, continue to do big things. So keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep liking. And then also, man, B Jizzle. Oh, at Rick Masters 23. I almost forgot that. At Rick Masters 23 if you're trying to follow me. Or Mr. Lee on Instagram. Rick Masters everywhere else. BJ, I throw the assist back to you.
My man said, you know what I'm saying, the Cash App, $ BJ Matthews, PayPal, Broderick Masters, and the ticker on the screen as y'all can see. As well as if you guys like a shirt, the sweaters are for $30 or $40 a pop for white, black, and red. You know what I'm saying? Get your custom-made shirt with lettering in the back. The shirt that Rick is sporting right now, the Black Pull Up Basketball Podcast shirt, those are $35 a pop. If you guys would like to get one or purchase one, y'all can hit us in the comment section, or y'all can go to our social media. I will put all that stuff into the link comment after this video, so y'all can get that information. And you can send it through Cash App or PayPal. We'll get y'all laced up as soon as possible. But until next time, we will be back on tonight with another video. We respectfully say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swimwear.
Yeah.